Yeah, Jelsa ain't liking this at all. She's gonna squeeze here next to Irina. And she's gonna let off a burst. And then she's gonna back up even further because this is not fun anymore. It was fun until she got hurt. Now it's not fun anymore. Okay, I can't see her now.
Oh, are they wrong? I could be wrong. I can hear you.
I think he means on the screen.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Jelsa ain't liking this at all. She's gonna squeeze here next to Irina. And she's gonna let off a burst. And then she's gonna back up even further because this is not fun anymore. It was fun until she got me targeted. Now it's not fun anymore. And I'm backing the hell up because I don't have the bennies to spend to read that.
Right. Aha!
I'd be behind Dondra. Okay, I can't see her now.
Oh, are they wrong? I could be wrong.
Okay, now I heard that, so I don't think I've been streaming. Right.
Yeah, Jelsa ain't liking this at all. She's gonna squeeze here next to Irina. And she's gonna let off a burst.
Okay, so sorry about that. So what actually happened there? You cast...
Back up even further because this is not fun anymore.
You cast Sparkly Fireworks first.
Now it's not fun anymore. Because I don't have the bennies to spend to read that.
Right. Aha!
I'd be behind Dondra. Okay, I can't see her now.
So, yeah, I think I've got it all fixed now. Stupid audio. Okay, glow power. Okay, so you put, in the meantime, deflections on everyone, and Arena glow power and Nubia Tobin is about to expire. Oh, yeah. Just makes it easier to hit. Actually, you can't. I don't think you can maintain that, can you? Entangle, yeah. Yeah. Okay, right, where were we? I'm getting myself all very confused there. Sorry about that. Silly things. Okay, over to Arena.
Well, that's not good enough.
No.
I'm going to try that again. Is the 6 good enough? Well, the 5 apparently because I'm wounded.
Yeah, it'll make her entangled.
There you go then, she's entangled again.
Are you doing anything else? Like making it damaging and stuff. Fatiguing her.
Oh.
Can I make it stronger?
Make it tough?
I'll make it tough to see if it helps to stop her from undoing it. And I'm also going to move to here so that Dondrad can get through more easily.
While I remember, it might do it automatically. Actually,
you can't. You'd better stay where you are.
Don't forget you can't do diagonal walls get in the way. I don't know if you've leveled up, but you could. Everyone got an advance last week.
Let's just get a damage.
That's a good point. That was advanced number 4, is that right?
Yeah, it'll make her entangled.
There you go then, she's entangled again.
Are you doing anything else?
Right, let's try this again. Sorry about all this. Lots of fun and games with audio and all sorts of problems. But anyway, off we go. Yep. So, last week we had lots of fights and issues, and hopefully now everything's working and you can hear everything. And if you can't, let me know. And gosh, I hate Windows computers sometimes when the sound drivers just don't want to work. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
You are
as we
moving
get on
into
with
her
it.
damage field. But the question was, do you really want to move into where her damage field will affect you?
Yes, because otherwise Dondrad can't get past.
Dondrad moved back.
I don't need to. I move back.
Oh.
I want to get past.
I don't want to block line of fire, line of shooting, line of anything. I don't want to be in the way. I will try and do something about protecting myself.
Oh dear, we'll have to see if I suspect the bunny's in trouble. To be honest, the amount of stuff that's been going on. Okay.
Bunny?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was replying to whispers. Okay, Rannick, you remain shaken. You probably should have tried to soak it.
No, I've got 2 levels of fatigue, so I didn't.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I see.
So I will. Yeah, I'll spend a bit to recover. Because she's entangled, she's also vulnerable, isn't she?
No.
No, I thought entangled made you vulnerable as well.
If you grapple someone, you are vulnerable.
Yeah.
She's not vulnerable.
Or is it distracted that you are when you're entangled?
No, you're just entangled, aren't you? Which gives you a bonus to hit, but you're not vulnerable. I seem to recall.
Can't move and is distracted as long as they remain entangled. As if they're bound, they're distracted and vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I was hoping she was vulnerable. Never mind. In which case, I am going to do a fighting test against her.
Okay.
Together. Right.
Well, and that's going to fail miserably, but never mind.
Okay, Bert suddenly realizes
on his feet at the moment.
Bert suddenly realizes that there's a lot of stuff going on up here, so he is going to move up.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, I don't have a way of helping with nausea, sorry.
I'm just so sleepy. I blacked out twice.
It's probably worth pointing out that Rannick is covered in blood and there's an awful lot of blood on the floor around Rannick.
Is Rannick currently bleeding?
No, but he did bleed out when he died.
Mm.
I know that. You've lost a lot of blood, Rannick. It makes you feel bad.
I think Bert is actually going to run. I want to get just a little bit further in there. Yeah, that'll work. I want to run to here. And now I will cast Bark Skin on everybody.
Ooh. Hang on, this bark skin protection.
Yeah. But if I don't get the raise, it will become armor, not toughness.
Good point.
Yeah, no, you can't have the same power twice. You always just take the better of the 2 rolls, don't you?
However, if you cast it on Jelsa and Rannick and Bert, Jelsa, Rannick and Bert don't have it. Only Arena and Dondrad have got protection on at the moment.
We better get a ruling on that, because I would have thought that I could stack armor on top of toughness.
No, you can't stack that. That's something. Well, that is something. That's definitely a sway. That's definitely something that they've answered more than once in Swade.
Yeah, you can't stack the same power twice.
Right,
Yeah.
You can't stack the same power twice in Swade, but this is Pathfinder.
Yeah, but I'm fairly confident the ruling still applies.
I'm waiting for him to say, and I'm the GM, and I said so, so that.
Stacking bonuses to the same shape from different professional edges do not stack, only the highest. Stacking powers. Powers don't stack beyond their maximum benefit or drawback. This includes effects from magic items that specifically use those powers. A ring that simply says it increases strength for a die type does so even if the wearer's strength is currently increased by boost. If the same ring said it boosts strength by a die type, it would only stack with the actual spell. It would only stack with the actual spell or other items up to the power's maximum, 2 die types. So actually, okay, so the answer is yes, you can stack powers, but up to the maximum. And seeing as he's already got the raise, you can't stack it any further.
Right. He's got the maximum toughness, but he doesn't have the maximum armor.
No, because it doesn't work like that. It's not protection is not like in Suede where it's +2, +4. It's +2 armor or +2 toughness. +2 toughness is the maximum it can be stacked to. You can't have +2 armor and +2 toughness at the same time.
That's what Arena's got right.
Okay. Everybody's got armor then. And that will be Bert's action.
Arena's got armor.
Similarly,
and
a sorcerer. Similarly, a sorcerer could. Similarly, you can cast protection melee on an ally who's best. Okay, this is starting to contradict themselves. Strength may only be increased up to a die type, but strength and fighting could be boosted up. Similarly, a sorcerer could cast protection melee on an ally who's already benefiting from a ring of protection ranged.
Fantastic question. I like it.
So that's an interesting one. Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to cause issues there.
No.
It's really good. No, it's a really, really good question. Really good question.
Okay.
That description is really more for deflection, because deflection can be either melee or ranged, whereas protection is just...
Depends upon if you're doing one or the other, yeah. If you're doing... Yeah.
But yeah, if you had a ring that only protected against ranged, you could cast protection to add protection to melee.
Yeah, the thing is, it is a completely different rule set, so you can't really jump to Suede. You know what I mean? That's sort of make assumptions.
Protection stacks with all other armor, natural or worn. It is an interesting one. It is an interesting one. I think that's definitely one you need to ask. It's not Clint.
That's not, is it?
It's something Mike, but I can't remember. It's not. I don't think it's Mad Mike, is it?
Mike Barbeau.
Yeah. I would
My
say.
gut would say it doesn't.
I think that is a bit OTT, having +2 armor and +2 toughness. But anyway.
I don't know if I'm sure.
Yeah. It's not at all confusing that they completely changed all the rules, is it? Okay, so right, back to the real world.
Snooks will spend a Benny on that first damage.
Okay.
And still do no damage. Okay, second one. Wow, we'll spend a Benny on that one too. Good grief. Oh, crying out loud. Okay, Snooks runs up there and does nothing.
That's absolutely fine.
I was looking at this very second.
Okay. I have to be honest. The difference between Clint and whoever's doing the Savage Pathfinder ones is Clint would respond with the next day, whereas the Savage Pathfinder ones, there's one from nearly a month ago that hasn't been replied to yet, which is really annoying because it's stacking entangled and bound, which would have been interesting and possibly a good indicator. Do you know what I mean? Because stacking and bound is pretty much the same. If entangled and bound stack, that would pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, give you an answer on thingy and. Bert goes first on the Joker. Okay. I should really pay attention to the game. I'll stop trying to look up rules in the middle of the fight.
That's part of what this is looking up rules. Bert will go ahead and take a shot with his bow.
I think half the actual products are now released on the store. You know, Pathfinder. think we've just hit the half mark with the 3 that launched today.
No,
Okay.
Right.
Well, the best series finally out.
Yeah, that and archetype module.
Yeah, which I gather, I think Pinnacle wants included for free with the Kickstarter people. So if you kickstarted it, I think you are getting Archetypes 1 for free. Archetypes 2, which I haven't finished yet, I don't think you get for free, but I do believe you get Archetypes 1 for free. Okay, Noalia is shaken by Bert's archery attack. I thought he'd be arcane archering that, but he didn't. Because Bert is now an arcane archer. I need to update the intro to say he's a druid arcane archer.
Cool. +1 to hit and damage, or add trappings to your bows.
Yep. I need to put that into the into my sub attacks. I forgot to do that.
2 wounds. Schnookums is hitting hard.
And then Snookum's second attack will do another wound.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Why am I getting oh, because okay. I am that's a 4. So that's 1 wound. And then a second Benny will be spent on the second attack. And so that's 2 wounds. That's really rather annoying, isn't it? Okay. So she's going to remain shaken, so I'll have to spend a Benny to unshake her. She's a bit entangled, isn't she?
Yes. Toughened and tangled.
So I'm going to... First things first, I'm going to do that.
Neck.
And heal her, all her... So she heals all her wounds. So she is no longer injured. And then she's going to use her claw to try and break free of the toughened vines, which she does successfully. So she is free. However, she has used up all of her actions. So, Rannick.
Right. So she's not entangled anymore.
She's not entangled anymore.
Well, I think I'll risk the damage field then, and I'm going to try.
Sorry, that's a good point. Everyone takes damage. I need to hit.
Isn't Jelsa out of range? Is Jelsa out of range now?
Yeah.
That was the whole point of moving back.
I think no one's harmed by her damage field this turn. Okay. Over to you guys.
Right, I'm going to try and knock her down. So I'm going to push her to knock her prone.
You wouldn't. I don't think you get the bestiary anyway. I think it was just the core rules. Well, I could be wrong. I don't know. They keep changing their minds. As soon as we know, we'll let you know. Anyway, where were we? You are going to knock her down.
Yeah, Rannick is going to slam his shield in her to knock her prone.
Okay. But thanks for buying them anyway.
+2 to the roll for using, because you get the parry bonus of your shield added, which cancels out as fatigue. I think, yeah, I'm better using athletics. Or maybe I wasn't. But she's humanoid, so I can re-roll that. Okay, she's got to try and resist it or get fallen over.
Yeah, I'm just checking. I really hate that bug. I really hate that bug. I need to get it. I need to get a kill to fix that bug. Bestiary. Nualia.
Get the send down.
She's an Azimar cleric. Okay. So you. I was just closed the bloody rules on that. I was reading them and I went and closed them. I need to re-enable the tests extension. I think it works now. Sometimes a freshly throws an opposed roll of strength. The attacker, the attacker may roll athletics instead of strength if they choose. Apparently.
I'd have probably gone for strength then because I thought it was athletics, but
It's an interesting.
Yeah, my strength is boosted though, so I'd have gone for strength.
Yeah.
And still gone for the re-roll, and still got a 4. So
No difference, yeah. So yeah, sometimes pushing is an opposed roll of strength. If the attacker is successful, he pushes the foe back 1 inch or twice that with a raise. A character who successfully pushed must make an athletics roll at -2 if you got the raise or be knocked prone. Running adds +2 to the total. Shields add their shields. Attackers and defenders add their shield parry bonus to their strength or athletics when pushing. Okay. Skill. The attacker or defender may roll athletics instead of strength if they so choose. So her strength is D8 and her athletics is D8. So I think she should just roll athletics. And you push her back 1 inch.
hopefully she'll fall over as well.
You didn't get the raise, so she doesn't fall over. Yep. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, she will be knocked prone. I apologise. It's the way I read it as opposed to the way it should be read.
Okay. Stay down, bitch.
Gondrad.
I'm going to start singing the Rannick. Get up, get up, get up. Your spirits are wide. It fails.
Critical fail.
Goodness to Betsy.
What is the backlash
Everybody
for a
ahead.
cleric? Is it just a point of fatigue? Or should we just have fun and go dynamic backlashes? Powers. What is the backlash?
Isn't there a way to program the if it's just always the same backlash, just that would probably give a Cal.
Yeah, dynamic backlash in the Pathfinder rules.
I think I've left the table in there, didn't I? Oh no, I was thinking of sprawl runners. Ignore me. I think it is a critical failure when activating power is called a backlash. It causes a level of fatigue and all current powers terminate. That's what it is. I knew there was something nasty to it.
He loses his. Yeah, I made it worse. He loses.
Okay, so Rannick loses his deflection. You lose your deflection. Deflection goes. Deflection goes. And that's it. Yeah. Jelsa.
Yeah, Jelsa's, still kind of injured over here, and she's got all these other between her and figure they can handle it. I mean, she's
There's
already
10,000 gold coins over there.
Over
No,
where?
there's a carving of 10,000 gold coins.
What now?
A circular carving of an immense stack of thousands of gold coins from floor to ceiling.
Right here? Where's she? Right here?
No, yeah. It does, yeah. I mean...
Well, she's going to go hide behind the stack of gold coins and start checking her pouches to make sure all her stuff is intact.
Okay.
She's absolutely useless at this point. She did her part.
She goes over there. Okay, Irina, your protection power on yourself is about to expire. Do you wish to renew it?
Yes, please.
Okay, that will cost you 2 power points.
Thank you. I was about to try and work that out. I appreciate you doing it for me because my brain's a bit.
No, I think it is a GM thing. I get to maintain it. It just tells you how much you have to spend afterwards.
That's great. Thanks, Rafe. You put it in with the clean clothes.
I think I should be using that one. Then I think when I...
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm just testing sound effects in the background. Don't mind me. I think the fact she's still alive, maybe she should be laughing a bit, but I still find it a little boring.
I
Anyway,
apologise. I was being distracted by my child. Okay. I went for a coffee. I came back and she's vanished. Oh no, there she is. She just stepped back a little, and for some reason I couldn't see her.
I knocked her over.
Ah, that will be it. Well, I think the first thing I'm going to do is chuck a PowerPoint onto my, a Benny onto my PowerPoint. And I'm going to see if I can Uber entangle. I'm going to work out how many things. So,
Don't forget you've got 5 power points under Wizard as well.
I know that, but I think I'm going to have to, yeah. Right. I'm going to add... am I allowed to add the ones with a star?
No, because you've not got that edge.
Okay, fine. I'm going to add damage.
okay.
T. And tough, which will be +2, +2, +5. So it's going to cost me 7. But let's see. And I'm going to penny that.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Oh, okay, right. You take a point of fatigue as you backlash. And let me see what happens there. You lose the protection you just spent 2 power points on. You don't actually spend. You only lose 1 power point when you fail to cast a spell, don't you?
A consolation.
Yes, and fatigue goes down by 1.
Yep. Okay, so I'm afraid your spell fizzes, but it only costs you 1 power point to fizz out, so you're okay. And the next round, this baddie is proving very scary and effective, but it's mostly because your players are having bad dice rolls. Dondrad.
Dondrad, let's see, he's got... Oh, that's cheap and cheerful. Right, fair enough. Let's target myself, Rannick, and Irina.
She got in terms of items she hasn't used yet.
And we'll have a quick prayer for everybody. Make them go numb. Make them go numb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off one fatigue penalty from myself.
Okay. Casting relief.
And Rannick.
Okay, you're casting relief on Arena, Rannick, and at the risk of being pedantic, you can't actually see Rannick from where you are, but anyway, I'm sure you can move up, cast it, and move back, so I'm not going to worry too much. Okay, that's 1 fatigue taken off Arena, 1 fatigue taken off Rannick, and 1 fatigue taken off Dondrad, leaving everyone free of fatigue apart from Rannick and the big bad. Jelsa.
They still seem to be having a problem here, huh?
They certainly do seem to be having some issues, yes.
Well, Josepha's going to come over here, and she's going to crawl down on the floor. She's going to crawl between Dondrad's and then Bert's legs, and she's going to toss a burst.
Okie dokie. That'll be a selective burst, so you don't hit Schnookums, I take it.
Sounds a bit dirty.
I'd be right here, so So, okay.
So you just you'll hit. Yeah, look at that. It's just a selective burst because Schnookums is in the way.
Yep.
And off you go.
If you're going to do selective, you could have done that from the back.
No, that's all
Yeah.
right.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'll have to work out how to deal with that one.
It didn't target her, and I thought I had. Could be ahead.
So probably have to do. I'm not sure how that one will work. Oh, you'll just have to manually. Right. Okay. I need to come up with a way to work that one out.
Okay, it hit her because I picked it up and dragged it, but I can't target her to do damage. Can you target it for me? Or
Yep. Sorry. Hang on.
thank you.
What, you try to put num on?
It's num. I need to put. Well, you didn't. I did. You should have just put nub on everyone. Why did you just target them helpfully? Put nub on. It would have made my life much easier. I'm going to have to wait for a second.
Oh right, there you go. I never knew there was a button for it. My fault.
It's ignore fatigue -1. I got the numbering wrong. Jelsa is doing a. I'm just don't do it now because it'll just bugger things up. I'll just have to do it myself. Okay, so
Oh,
don't.
okay.
It also ignores fatigue. It ignores fatigue all wounds up to 2 points between.
Okay. Don't end your task because I've got to faff around to get the numbers right. So I'm going to do relief on everyone like so, and then I'm going to manually move it down because obviously, yeah, that's how it works. Oh, it doesn't count anyway. It's 1 hour for a numb, so that's fine. Okay. Yep. Okay. So what happened there was you did burst damage, and it didn't actually seem to target her, but it didn't hurt her anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, over to Nualia. So what she's going to do is she's going to pick herself up off the ground for 2 points of movement, which is that's 2 points of movement. We'll get her to there, and then she will back into this room out of line of sight of everyone, like so. Once she gets there, she is going to. How many power points? 2 power points. Okay.
Get out of the entangle. Oh no, I didn't manage to do it. I'm
No,
being
you
an
didn't.
idiot. Right, I'll wake up.
Okay. There we go.
Take the prone offer.
Take the prone off her, and she spent 2 power points. And
Snookums
yeah.
knows where she is, though.
Sorry.
Snookums can see her.
Yep. But
Okay, she's running away. This is a good sign. Bert is going to step into the room as well, over to here,
okay.
and shoot her again.
Okay, she's halfway up the wall.
Okay, I'll still shoot her.
No,
I just have to aim a little higher. It's not that big a deal.
No, I'm just stating that. I'm just pointing out that she appears to be standing on the, standing horizontally on the wall. No, you just rolled critical. Oh, it was a 7 and a 1. I was like, how the hell does that work? You rolled snake eyes, but you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just pinned her to the wall.
Okay. I will spend a Benny to soak that. Okay. She takes 1 wound.
Yeah. Okay, Snookums is going to dart in here and leap up and try and claw her.
Okay, go for it. At the moment, Snookums can. When she's on the ceiling, it'll be a bit tricky.
Sure. That's what Pounce is all about, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, lots of miss. You know what? Snookums is going to spend his third Benny to re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh, good grief! That's effectively a crit fail too.
Mm.
You're rolling as well as I am.
That is effectively a crit fail, isn't it? I think basically what happens there is, as she basically as Schnookums goes jumping towards her, she sidesteps. Schnookums basically finds himself smacking into the wall and landing badly, and therefore he's distracted because obviously he knows people saw it, so he has to wash himself quickly, but in the middle of the fight, and look around to see if anyone noticed how badly he failed.
Did he land on a piece of toast that was on the edge of a table, and the butter side and the cat just caused him to spin in the air for a bit?
Indeed. I am back to letting you guys move on your ending of turns, because it causes no end of problems with the amount of PowerPoints I've spent everywhere. Okay, Arena, you no longer feel the fatigue from the backlash that hit you as you basically frazzled your spell casting.
Feel like an idiot, that's all.
Well, Snookum seems to have the right idea. You just sit down and wash yourself and hope no one notices.
I'm not sure that works as well for humans. Maybe I should become a cat so we can do that.
Yeah, but we don't want the elf lady to just sit down and start licking her genitals in an unself-conscious manner.
Right, fine. I think I'm going to.
She's one tough cookie, this Noale, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. No, that's not going to help. All right. And then try that same spell again, hopefully doing better this time. Same upgrades.
Okay.
More like it.
So you entangle again. Caught with it was damaging, wasn't it? With lingering damage as well.
Damaging, tough, and one other which I've forgotten, but I'll have a look. Fatigue. Damage,
Yep.
fatigue, and
Okay, so she's fatigued. You did it with the improved entangled, which means I'll get rid of the weaker one. Okay, that is actually I'll put that on as well rather than lingering damage to remind me. Rannick.
Damn it, she's still not vulnerable, is she?
No. She would have been if Arena had not been fatigued. Wounded, yes, sorry. Yeah, the fatigue was equal.
So, yeah, Rannick will go in, sheathing his sword and pulling out his bolus.
I think my mouse set on dirty.
I will take my re-roll on that. I can't, I need to put the bolus back in. There we go.
Next reroll.
It's a hit, but not with a raise, so she's not entangled. Damn it. Oh well, never mind.
Okay, next, a new. Is that a new round?
It is.
I'm going to spend a Benny. Damn, didn't beat Arena. Okay, Arena, over to you.
Okay. I think I'm going to. Actually, I think I'm going to, while she's distracted, use my wand of minor healing on myself.
Yep, makes perfect sense. That would just be a spellcasting roll to activate the wand. Do not forget to remove a charge after a successful activation.
I always remember that. Wow. Wish I could have rolled like that before. Flipping heck.
All that just to remove one wound.
Yeah,
Wonderful stuff.
Right, where is it? Go on. Oh well.
Good, nicely done.
There we go. At least I'm not going to be at the negative modifier.
I shall let you
after
end your turn twice.
Yeah, I will. I just got to move the what's it so I can press the button.
That's okay.
There we are.
Nualia is remaining shaken. She's going to spend a Benny she's going to spend one of my GM bennies to unshake. Okay, she is going to attempt to use a claws to break free of the. Yep, she does. She just cuts through the entanglement, freeing herself, and
To damage her.
it damages at the end of her turn. So she
Right.
she cuts herself free, and then she
Right.
proceeds to continue up the ceiling, and then walking along the ceiling, basically walks out of the room on the ceiling.
Is anybody
Andred.
else getting irritated with this thing?
Oh, bummer. Right, Dondrad is going to
Actually,
run to there.
sorry, I forgot. She's got. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Did you just critically fail?
She just critically failed, which means she falls off the ceiling.
How much damage is that then?
I can't believe I pushed me luck there. All I was going to do was redo her protection. Oh dear. It doesn't hurt her.
She prone that.
I'm going to spend a Benny on her. She is prone because she's landed on the floor from falling from the ceiling. I'm going to spend a Benny to give her some power points back. Okay, Dondrad, you move to there. Just as you move to there, she basically falls from the ceiling after failing to cast protection properly, causing her
The
wall walker.
women just fling themselves at your feet, don't they?
Doesn't count, she doesn't have a beard.
I'm just there we go.
Tell you what, I'm gonna do a cold shot. The head, and I'm going to wild attack as well.
Can you stack a cold shot with a wild attack? I think you probably
You
can.
can.
Absolutely.
That's a -4. If you
Hopefully,
kill her here, I'll be
well-
very. If you kill her here, Dodred, I'll be most annoyed.
But hopefully,
Yeah, the wild attack's got you +2, and her being prone should be a +2, so it should end up being a straight attack.
Yeah.
that's what I'm hoping.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, that's a hit with a raise. And I have spent all the GM bennies, and I've spent all her bennies. Did you add the +4 on for a cold shot to the head?
That would still only take to 12, but mind you, looking at that picture, she's not wearing a helmet.
She's
Yeah.
got a lot of health.
So that armor 8 isn't going to apply to her toughness, is it? So that'll be 12 damage against.
Do you know what?
not
I'd love
wearing-
to know where she's getting armor 8 from.
Well, apparently she's got armor 8.
Well, two of it is actually the protection power that's just come up, that's just gone down.
Right.
So that's armor 6.
She's got armor. She's wearing it. She's got internal plating that gives her +1 armor.
So if it's internal, then that probably does cover her head. But
Yeah. I still can't work out how she gets such a high toughness, but I'm not going to argue with it right now.
You made a tactical mistake, and I'm going to double down on it. So, where were we?
Are you going to re-roll the damage?
In that case, I probably will. You know what I mean? I think it's totally worth it.
End of the book. Let's go back a bit. I'm starting to get a bit concerned.
You know what? I'm going to Benny that as well.
Did you? Oh,
I can't work out
Well,
where she gets her toughness from.
2 wounds.
It's definitely how she's been statted. Internal plating, okay, background roll, dark vision, treasure strike, fury of the abyss, mark, oh, why the heck did I not notice that?
What?
Once per day, she may invoke Lavashtu's name as she strikes a foe with a fighting attack. Anyone shaken or wounded by the attack must make a vigor roll, become vulnerable, and temporarily deformed with mutation.
Well, clearly she's not thought to do that yet. Because she
Obviously
didn't
not.
think we'd-
Okay, so basically, she takes a wound and is shaken.
So she's not got like armor in her gear anywhere.
So did she take 2 wounds then?
She's unstoppable.
Oh.
2. Right.
you know, I can see Dondred slashing, so I know she must be up there. And now when she's done, on the
Because
floor, like,
as you can tell, she's very armed. Actually, I suppose when you look at her, she appears to be basically made of armor, but I suspect that's clothing. But yeah, apparently
well,
she's
I'm
got
gonna squeeze.
toughness 8.
I'm gonna squeeze up here next to Dondred, and I'm just pulling my scimitar.
Okay, go for it.
Now, because she's prone, is she vulnerable?
She's just prone.
She's freaky, is what she is.
You'll
Yeah,
get.
probably-
Prone gives you a bonus to hit, but not vulnerable.
Not that
What's
good.
wrong, bit? Our dice are broken. Can we change any
Your
dice?
dice are very broken today.
You know, I'm going to change the colour of my dice to see if that'll change their look.
What you need to do is you need to take each of the digital dice and find a picture. Find a picture. I will find a picture of Shane Hensey that we can add into the rule set, and then you can drag each of the dice over him while invoking the cantrip of resetting my dice, and that may fix it. Okay, she takes a wound from that,
And I back up just one.
and you back up again. No problem at all.
I don't like her.
And that brings us to Rannick.
Sword out again.
She's actually going to die, but she's really annoying because I was trying to let her. I was trying to let her escape, because if she escaped, she can come back in all the later adventures and cause problems.
She's prone. Can I actually step over her to there?
Yeah, you want
Well, I
to go?
will.
You want to step into the trap?
That's already been disarmed.
I don't care. It's still a trap.
Disarmed. I will step over there and I'll attack her from there.
Go for it.
Not that she could do anything. She's shaking it.
I'm so annoyed. One critical failure means I can't bring her back to cause you more grief in the middle of other adventures and upset you at just the wrong moments.
Maybe bring back her identical twin sister.
That incapacitates her. She's bleeding out. But you can search this room if you want to. Do you want the room description?
Someone could find these wounds so we can take her back to try her.
Wined stone ledges of red marble line the curving walls of this room, which is well lit by 4 burning skulls that sit at each corner. 3 chairs rest within, and both stone ledges are covered with old books, scrolls, teeth, bones, scrimshaw artwork, jars of deformed creatures soaking in brine. I can't talk today. Taxidermied animals and limbs and other strange objects. To the north, a large round fountain filled with frothy blue water fills the air with the gentle sound of bubbling.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that interested in drinking foamy water.
Which
I
I'm
think
sound effects
I'm
off
just
because the
going
fighting's done.
to
Because
Step
she's
down
been
here.
knocked unconscious, I'm going to immediately kill her before anybody can stop me.
It depends.
Yeah, Bert's just going to step around here and look down at her and go, and Schnookums is still sitting there cleaning himself.
Okay.
No, she got two because she might stabilize.
She might stabilize. Let's see what happens. No.
Too late.
Oh, yeah. She dies.
Well, that's a bugger. She'll never see justice.
Right. I need to turn off weapon on weapon because that's done.
Can we-
And what I can do
There's
is
something
I can
going-
unlock the tokens. You can move
You
it.
put a bandage on Jelsa. Did somebody else put a bandage on Jelsa?
I can use my magic wand on her.
Yeah, don't you like use roots and things like that to heal people?
Okay.
My thing.
That's what
Noalia.
infinite magic all day long.
Images. No, images party sheet. Let's dump all of her gear onto the party sheet. Let me see.
Wait. My jelly bean is hurt. I need to go and help my jelly bean.
Jelly?
Well, there's 5 points of her armor then, Kev. The plate mail breastplate with the GS on it.
Yeah, exactly. But it didn't. That explains a lot.
Okay, Chelsea, you're healed.
I just couldn't work it out because I wasn't looking at the right page to see the gear.
There you go, jelly bean. You're all better now.
I guess Dondrad will want that. Magical plate armor.
Who's Jelly Bean?
Schnookums.
Oh.
No, Jelsa.
I
Jelly.
already
Oh,
healed her.
sorry.
I just spent a charge on my wand to heal her.
Well, I got healing too. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
I
both healed
I
her.
can make the jelly bean better.
Okay, if anyone's wondering, and it doesn't sound like you are at the moment, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I have she has a medallion round her neck. That is basically the Shedron Medallion, and I do have an image for it somewhere. Oh no, they don't include the medallion in this one. But basically, do you remember the 7-pointed star? That appeared that was being shown off, and Jeanette thought Elspeth thought it was a star knife. It's basically that. It's a 7-pointed star medallion, and it's magical.
I use my occult to try and figure out what way it's magical.
Certainly.
Why am I fatigued?
This medallion hangs on a leather cord, a silver disc inscribed with the Shedron. They were the okay. What is interesting is, and I actually do need to check if they've changed the word. It's something I've just occurred to me to see if they have changed the wording in this first one. They didn't tell me they changed the wording. Yes, they have changed the wording. I will need to fix that because they described this magic item in each of the modules, and then when I got to the end of the fourth one, I noticed they changed the wording of what the actual thing does. So they've just clarified it. So I need to fix Shedron text. Okay. Basically, it's quite interesting. I don't think you really know much about it at this point. Basically, while worn once per session as a limited free action. Oh, once per session, so I could have given her another penny back from that. As a limited free action, a Shedron Medallion grants the wearer a penny.
Okay. It's a medallion of luck.
Yeah.
Here, there's a potion here. What's that do?
I'll have a look. I've got another couple in here that I need to work out what they do. I may as well do them all at the same time.
Poor Noalia. Wonder what made her go all gribbly like this.
Okay, so the potion. Okay, I shall identify the potion in the party sheet. It is a potion of major healing.
Could you identify the potions in my backpack as well?
I could.
Do you want me to roll separately for those?
I was just being pedantic as a.
Ah, in that case, sorry, I didn't realise you were from Mars. Would you?
Sorry, that's what. No, it's just. Well, actually, you didn't say can you, but that's. Whenever I was asked that, my mum would always say yes, I can, and not do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are potions of minor healing.
Ah.
So, the objects on the shelves appear to be various holy texts, scrolls, relics, and objects sacred to the worship of Lamashtul. Once you identify that with an occult roll, which I'll assume someone did.
Yeah. What's the Lamashtul?
The mother of monsters.
So evil bint.
They're monsters. Don't tell Dunrad if you're going to take something.
Yeah. Looking
If you go
down
ballistic.
now, looking down at Noalia, with the exception of her demonic hand and a scarred belly, the rest of her body is incongruously beautiful. Apparently,
Amulet, is that also a symbol of the dark god, or is it just a generic lucky amulet?
what the medallion?
Yeah.
At the moment, you don't know. Is the truth of the matter?
Maybe that's Seer and his daughter might be able to take a look at it.
Oh, I'll take that then. I could take that to her.
And so she wears the she leaves her she keeps her midriff bare to expose the ugly scars that Dondrad would recognise as the mark of Lamashtu, denoting the carrier is not only as one of the devoted to the mother of monsters, but one capable of birthing monsters from her own body. There you go.
Don't know why she'd do that to herself. She were always a pretty lass.
So there appears to be on the table. There appears to be several journals. Basically, seems to be notes and drawings, scribbles, and everything. Take a few hours, but obviously, I'll assume that someone takes them and examines them later. But sorting through the notes would take several hours. But it seems to reveal the whole of her story. It also outlines her plans to send an army of goblins against Sandpoint and burn the town to the ground, not only to offer it as a burnt offering, hence the name of the adventure, to Lamashtu in hopes of being made a half-fiend, but also to fuel the rune well in the catacombs below. The notes go on to detail how the sin spawn manifests from the rune well, but you'd worked that one out because you did it already with the blood. And claims that if someone were to overextend the rune well's stores, it would be deactivated. It also points out Noalia isn't sure how to reactivate it in her notes, and several times stresses throughout her journals that the rune well shouldn't be used much until after Sandpoint is raised and the deaths of hundreds of angry citizens and goblins have refilled the well. Those to the party sheet. And that's a
I've
second
got
treasure
a
item.
bug. So the bastard sword, what's the weight of it?
You probably haven't found a bug. You've probably just found the fact that I didn't create the bastard sword from an item, because it came. I probably created that from the If you create it from an NPC weapon, it doesn't have any bloody A bastard sword or hand and a half sword weighs 6 pounds.
Fix it.
So, just so you know, Noalia is a bitter Azimar woman. She was a foundling raised by Sandpoint's previous religious leader, a man named Ezekiel Tobin, and her childhood was lonely and sad. You're getting all this from the journals when you read them later on. But I'm telling you now because I'll forget to tell you later. Her unearthly beauty made the other children either jealous or shy, and many of them took to playing cruel jokes on her. The adults weren't much better. Many of the superstitious Varisias viewed Neuralia as blessed by Desna. Rumours that her touch or proximity could cure warts and rashes, that locks of her hair brewed into tea could increase fertility, led to a succession of awkward and humiliating requests over the years. And Neuralia felt more like a freak than a young girl by the time she came of age. So when Delic Viscana, a local youth, began to court her, she practically fell into his arms in gratitude. Knowing her father wouldn't approve of their relationship, he wanted her to remain pure so she could join a prestigious convent, they kept their affair secret. The couple met many times in hidden places, a favourite being an abandoned smuggler's tunnel under town that Delic had discovered as a child. Before long, Neuralia realised she was pregnant. When she told Delic, he reviewed his true colours and fled Sandpoint. Neuralia's shock turned quickly to rage, yet she had nowhere to vent her anger, and her father discovered her delicate condition. His reaction to her indiscretions not only furthered her shame and anger. He forbade her to leave the church, lectured her nightly, and made her pray to Desna for forgiveness. In doing so, he unknowingly nurtured her growing hate. Neuralia's anger flared more and more, and it seems that it was powering some magic that was found beneath Sandpoint in that rune well. The wrathful energy suffused her mind, and she flew into a frenzy. 7 months pregnant, she miscarried her child late that night, a child whose deformed shape she only glimpsed before the blanching midwives stole it away. As the child was conceived in close proximity to the hidden shrine of Labastu, the child was deformed and horrific, and if people are moving around while I read this, I better lock the tokens, just in case. And now I've lost the bloody thing. Basically, where is it? There we go. She slept, she dreamed unhealthy dreams, filled by the wrath of Belos and the tainted Labastu. She became obsessed with the cruel demon goddess and conviction that her wretched life was inflicted upon her by those around her. She came to see her heritage as a curse, and the nightmare showed her how to expunge this taint from her body, replacing with chaos and cruelty. When she awoke, Neuralia was someone new who didn't flinch at what Shlamashtu asked of her. She jammed her father's door shut as he slept, lit the church on fire, and fled to Sandpoint. Everyone assumed she died in the fire with her father, yet she lived. Then apparently she headed off to Maglamar, where she found a group of killers known as the Skinshaw cult. With their aid, she tracked down Delic and murdered him. Yet his death only quickened her need for more vengeance. So she returned to Sandpoint and basically tried to destroy it.
Poor lass.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, in the meantime, that's pretty much all of that. But congratulations, you have defeated Neuralia, who appears to be behind the attack on Sandpoint. Well done. Anyway, you found yourself in that L-shaped room. Can I have a notice check from Jelsa, please? If she makes this check, we won't be playing Skinshaw this week, I'm fairly confident. Okay. A notice check at -3, Jelsa, which you successfully have done there. Reveals so the stack of coins is actually a notice check at -3 reveals coin slots and a hollow space beyond the pillar. So you notice that in the pillar there appears to be a slot in the pillar that appears to be able to take a coin about the size of a gold piece.
Oh, I pick up one of the gold pieces and put it in the slot because
Pick up one of the gold pieces and put it in the slot. Inserting, as you insert the pillar into the slot, it rotates slowly downwards into the floor.
There's the whole pillar. That's impressive.
What did you do, Sparkle Tits? The last time you opened the door, I felt very woozy.
Well, stay back there till I check it out. There's something else behind this.
How are you feeling, Rennick?
So basically, you have Jelsa has opened another secret door.
You've been through a lot today.
Aye, they knocked me out twice with that magic.
Is Amber still guarding the way at the back there? Now you can see through Amber's eyes.
I don't have the heart to tell you the truth.
I yell back, looks, oh, hey, there's more doors here.
Oh, bugger.
Take it easy, okay?
Aye, all right.
Well, didn't we already tell the lady we came after? I mean, what else can be left here? She goes and checks the doors directly ahead.
You're opening the doors directly ahead. Okay.
Oh, and more stairs.
This room contains 3 low tables, their tops covered with strange and chilling selection of tools, saws, long-bladed knives, and objects whose purpose is not readily apparent. A strange collection of bones lie near the southern table, too many to be one skeleton, but too few to be 2.
Rannick, you're covered in blood.
No, I'm guessing that was mostly hers.
No, it was mostly yours. That's why you're so pale. Look at the skin tone.
Well, this looks creepy enough.
Much.
You wouldn't, would you? You weren't exactly,
Like I say, I don't feel that well. Rannick's going to come over here and kind of slump on.
Is anything out of line of sight from now?
By the way, Rannick, you're going to end up feeling worse before you get better.
Oh,
You
that's
feel
something to know.
I
You may
yell
feel
back
some
to
tingling in your
Rhonda.
fingers, which will
Rhonda,
fade.
there's a bunch of weapons in here that looks like you might like. Some look pretty sharp.
A church.
So that gets rid of Rannick's. Well, that ignores Rannick's other level of fatigue then, with Arena casting relief on him as well,
In theory, yes.
because it stacks up to the
Maximum.
maximum. Yeah. Okay, I feel a bit better now.
good.
Yeah, that was some nice shooting you were doing there, Bert. You've been practicing.
Well, something like that, yeah. You know what they say about curiosity and cats? I'm going to go open this northern door.
Do you have to?
Yeah, so why is all the tools and the 3 tables? Is this like some torture chamber or something like that?
Sounds like a good guess to me.
Are you opening the northern doors?
Yeah.
Just wondered because they don't appear open at the moment.
I think I did that before Snooker moved.
This barren room contains
I
an
was
upraised
clicking on the
dais on
center
which
trying
sits
to
a
open both of them.
marble throne. To either side stand statues of a man clutching a book and a glaive. A ghostly figure sits on the throne, the same man who appears in the statues. He addresses an audience as he moves his hands about, his fingers decorated with hooked rings, but the words issuing from his phantom mouth are difficult to make out and in a strange language. I don't think anyone speaks Thessalonian, do they?
I've never even heard of Thessalonian.
Well, this is one of the things I must admit. One thing that I have to say for the D20 version, whether they did it originally or they only did it when they re-released it for the anniversary edition, they did release a player's sort of guide, as it were, which sort of suggests things, and I'm fairly confident it probably recommended that people take Thessalonian as a language. But anyway, or someone better find speak languages soon. Anyway, Jelsa, what are you doing in this room over here? But anyway, there seems to be there's this figure talking, but I don't think any of you can understand what he's saying. And Jelsa, you're staring at the room with the tables with the exquisitely made instruments on them, apparently. And then there's the doors to the south. And don't forget the doors to the south around the L-shaped room as well.
I wonder if we can get an interpreter for the language.
You could probably bring someone back down here, I suppose, yeah.
No, I was thinking bring somebody back from the afterlife.
Who would you bring back from the afterlife and how?
That's deviation.
Have you got that, have you?
Yeah.
I will allow you to cast a divination to allow you to understand what this person is saying. It is upon us, but I command you remain. Witness my power. How Asnist's petty wrath is but a flash compared to my strength. Take my final word to your graves, and let its memory be the last thing you is upon us, but I will command you to remain. Witness my power. How Asnist's petty wrath is but a flash compared to my strength. Take my final word to your graves, and let its memory be the last thing you is upon us. It seems to be stuck in a loop. It's obviously
Re-record, not fade away.
yeah.
Record, not fade away.
What have you found, Jelsa?
Looks like a bunch of sharp stuff. I thought Dondrad would like this place. A bunch of dusty bones, too.
I mean, I think the sharp stuff not tools. It looks like more like tools than it does weapons. I wonder if it's like the torture chamber.
They appear to be a set of surgical. Can I have a notice check, please?
Are they used for? I bet they're used for sensei.
Anyone approaching the tables can make a notice check. So
They
the
might not be
surgical.
weapons. I reckon you could do some damage with them.
They're surgical tools. They're exquisitely made, and you reckon they're worth a pretty penny if you sell them to the right person. However, on the easternmost table is an object. I shall hold fire on that one because.
No, go ahead.
No. But so you walk down to the doors. The doors to this room are made of stone, but bear no handles. An indented outline of a 7-pointed star, its shape covered by hollows and slits, graces the spot where a handle should be. Where handles should be.
I'll let Arena's go.
Anyway, back to the other room. Sitting on the easternmost table is an object that, upon closer examination, isn't a tool at all. It's a silver and gold 7-pointed star. One surface is studded with nodules and blades, and the other features a thin, curved handle.
I'm going to compare it to the lucky amulet that I've got and see if they are the same.
Well, they both appear to be 7-pointed stars, yes.
Yeah, but there's 7-pointed stars and there's 7-pointed stars. Are they representative of the same 7-pointed star?
What he said.
Well, all I know is it's a 7-pointed star. I would assume it is, given what I know and you don't know. But I only know because I've
Well,
read
I
later
can't open
books.
this door because I need like a 7-pointed thingy with a handle on it. So I don't know how to open this door over here, guys.
We should take these to sell. They're worth money.
So on the party sheet, I shall add in the ancient key and the surgical tools.
I heard Bert talking about not being able to open the door, so I'm going to come check it out because, well,
Here's the handle.
Yeah, Bert can take the ancient key.
I'll just delete the ancient key because obviously once you insert the ancient key into the door,
it opens the ancient
the
key.
door is magically sealed and requires the ancient key to open it. Once you insert the key into the door, the key is not removable again. Okay, which then means the doors automatically open. The room is lit primarily by a 10-foot-long pit of flickering fire that fills the air with a strange humid heat and the smell of burning hair.
I've got a bloody bad feeling about this.
In the northern corners of the room, risers each hold several dozen golden candles that burn without melting, while to the south wall bears an immense carving of a 7-pointed star.
Smells revolting.
And this is the bit I forgot to reread, so hang on a second.
Loading.
Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought there was something. Oh yeah, somebody might be able to see him, I suppose, so I will do that. I shall do that. I shall do that.
That doesn't look like a friendly thing.
I think I've got an image missing. Or maybe it's because I've read the D20 version. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different image. It's probably though. I'm hoping I put it into the This is completely optional bit, this whole section. You didn't have to do it. You'd actually completed the adventure when you defeated Nualia, but I wouldn't worry.
You're the one saying,
Yeah.
"Well, we're north and south, you know."
Well, you're the one that told me about the coin slot.
Well, you're the one who spotted it. I didn't. You're not. Yeah. Anyway, as I say, this is not important, but from a playtesting point of view. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently.
Not that.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very unpleasant. As the doors open, can I have notice checks? Please.
Is Jalsa in close enough to?
I'm guessing Rannick isn't.
No, Bert's in her way.
Okay. Didn't say any minor.
Jumping up and
As
down,
the door,
trying to steal.
Rena, as the door opened, you got a glimpse of something. It looked like a sort of really big goblin. Oh, yeah. So it looked like that,
Whoa.
but it vanished as soon as you had a look. You thought, hang on. You sort of thought, what was that? And then you look again, and it's vanished. What does everyone want to do?
I want to detect magic.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to do that. So, Irina, actually, you get to detect magic. That's an action, don't you? So, as an action, you detect magic. What you discover is concentrating and looking at where you were looking before. It would appear the reason you can't see him, he has shielded him. Whatever it is, has shielded itself with magic to make it invisible.
I was going to say, if you use extra power points, you have to cast detect magics on additional recipients, and it makes people also see it.
That's detect arcane rather than the.
That's not detect magic. That's detect arcana.
Oh, right, okay.
Detect magic is an innate ability. Detect arcana is a power. Okay. So you determined that he's over there.
Yeah, I thought about getting that, and I thought, no, we'll never need it.
Do you want to do any? Obviously, that was an action, but do you any 3 actions you wish to activate, including and up to as a limited free action, activating the medallion you've got? Don't forget.
Cool. I might do that in a minute. I would like to conjure an item, please.
You can, but that would be another action, so you'll have to wait till next turn.
Okay. I'm
Dondrad.
keeping my eye on the thing.
Yeah. Dondrad. You don't know anything's going wrong because it really didn't say, oh, look, there's an invisible monster over there. But that's too...
Making sure nobody goes past me into the room and keeping my eye on it, though.
That's
for
fine.
6 seconds until my next action.
No problem at all. Dondrad. What are you up to? They seem to be to open the door.
I still fail to see what's going on.
You're not the only one.
Try and push past him.
I'll try and stop him.
Okay. I shall pop him there. So you basically Arena puts out an arm to try and stop you as you try to walk into the room. Obviously, it won't take much of you if you want to keep pushing past him, Mr.
Yeah, if you
Dondrad.
want to push past me, it's not like I'm going to be strong enough to stop you, but...
I will...
Yeah.
I'm just don't worry. I'm just moving in. I do know they do this thing about saying creating two separate doors so then you can open one door or the other, but it does create that annoying line of shadow between the two of them, doesn't it?
Right, so Dondrad has been stopped. Rather than push his way, he's going to look around the room and father out what's going on in the room.
Okay, well, it appears to be. Yep.
So is there any kind of like droppings in the room or lunches?
It appears to be empty.
So what's the problem then?
Jelsa.
I'm gonna squeeze right up next to it so I can see in the room, and I'm going to ask Irina, what do you see? Because Jelsa doesn't have to see it.
No.
Am I capable of answering this action, or do I need
You have 6 seconds of free action. Speaking is a free action, and you have 6 seconds in a round, so you can
quietly. So Dondred and Jelsa should be able to hear, but hopefully it won't. There's something in there.
And I'm going to presume she looks in the direction she's seeing it.
My eyes have been fixed on it.
Oops,
since
no, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That was the wrong thing. It should have been. I should actually have done that. Okay.
Idiot.
That's successful, and that's.
And I'm going to spend an extra power point to make it strong so that when they do their strength check, it's at a -2.
Okay.
And I'm casting. It won't let me target it because it's invisible.
Probably won't let you target because it's not identified, but yeah. Hang on.
Well, I can probably drop and drag it on it.
There you go. Oh, you did, and then, yeah. Go for it. I will have to retcon what my spellcasting roll to after your roll.
Well, I'm going to spend my last. I'm going to spend my last penny to reroll that. Better. And he's already at a -2 on his strength roll because I made it strong.
Okay, I'll turn off the boost strength I just cast before this roll because he hasn't actually put it on yet. Yeah, he's fine.
And then I'm going to back the hell up because I can't see it and I'm tired of getting bashed on.
Okay, but you hear that you see basically Jelsa's distinctive casting of havoc causing whirlwind of activity around the room, but nothing apparently happens after that.
Yeah, he should be distracted because Havoc's been cast on him.
Okay. I am going to cast my plant growth. So I need to make an effect. I can do the same area she's doing. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So again, I'm going to be spending 11 points. And I need a pointer. I'm going to put it there.
So what did you spend 11 points on?
I spent 11 points on a plant growth. He is bound. He is glowing, hindered, and what else? He's glowing, hindered. Oh, and damage.
I was looking forward to doing that.
What was it? Improved tough? Did you?
It was tough. Yeah.
Enhanced toughness.
Yeah.
And he's bound, you say?
Yeah.
It's deadly, so it takes 2d6 damage. I thought I've updated these. I haven't updated my own limiting rules.
No, it's damaging, not deadly. I'm not high enough level for the deadly yet.
2d4, yeah, damaging. It's just what's annoying me is there's this thing where basically I don't know why it started doing it. Never used to, but the bloody vault files overwrite my local modules, so my module's more up to date than the vault file that got updated today. And so I actually ended up with because I clicked the update, I overwrote my updated version with a less. It winds me up. I don't know why the vault files do it. I have to delete the vault files every week, and I always forget. Okay, so yeah, that's Bert Schnookums.
Schnookums is not seeing anything really. So Schnookums may be seeing that there's something all bound up and entangled. So Schnookums is going to go ahead and step over here and try and make a swipe.
Go for it.
And miss terribly.
Yeah,
Schnookums has
obviously.
gotten a little bit entangled.
Possibly. And that leads us to Bert, I believe.
No, Rannick, I think.
That's what I meant. Same difference.
Rannick hasn't seen much of this. Rannick will come out the door here. What's this? Group hug in the doorway? Is that what we're doing now? All right. And Rannick will go and sort of put his arms around Jelsa and Donrad.
Fair enough. I am going to spend a penny because I'm fed up with being that far down there. God! Spend another penny. Oh, for pity's sake. Right, Dondrad.
Look, can I see this thing?
I've got the 5 of clubs, and I got with 2 bennies. I ended up with the 3 of diamonds and the 4 of diamonds.
Right, get off me.
Well, that makes it worth me spending them.
Now you know why I don't spend money on cards anymore.
I was trying to tell you what it's been attacked by my old Snookums here. Right. Anyway, yes. So can I see him now that he's wrapped in vines and glowing?
Nope. You can just see a bungle. You can see a faint outline, and that's about it.
And Rannick's giving you a hug.
And Rannick's giving you a hug as well, which doesn't help. Basically, you target him, he's still invisible, but he is glowing and he is entangled, so you will get the benefits of that, but it still doesn't affect the fact you can't actually see exactly what you're targeting. So the invisibility will still apply.
Tell you what, I'm going to push my way to there, and I'm going to try and make a notice roll to see him or detect him. When you get within a certain range, you get a notice roll. He's noticed, do you not?
No. You get a notice roll so they don't get the drop on you. It doesn't mean you know where they are. You just sense something's up, isn't it? How it used to work. But anyway.
Yeah. Well,
that's how it used to work. Any action take against your any action. Well, you can make a notice check. Logically, you can make a notice check, but it's a -4 still, isn't it? Yeah. So it's a notice roll to detect the unseen presence. So it's a -3 on your notice check.
Is that what children
let's
do?
just let's make it easier. Let's run in and start swinging.
Reduce the penalty by 2 if invisible character's position is given away, such as moving water, hit by mud, or another substance that reveals his form. So yeah, I will argue he's entangled. Well, actually, given the size of the burst template, that whole area is covered in writhing vines. So you know he's somewhere in there, but you don't know where.
That's just skidding away for a 6 there.
Fun.
You swing, but you don't hit anything, I'm afraid. Arena.
I'm going to stand here. And I am going to conjure item with the complete set modifier. That's sufficient, isn't it?
Conjure item is a new power.
It is. And I am going to conjure. How much can I conjure? A pound of wet paint in a tin and
And a bag of flour.
Okay, that's rather clever. I have to admit.
Sorry?
I have to admit, I suddenly have a horrible feeling that invisibility is now completely nerfed by Arena from now on. Once you know where he is. Okay. So covered with paint, which means it is now attack +2 to negate the invisibility -2. Okay. Now here's an interesting one. Thinking about it, that doesn't work like that. Okay, so yeah, you cast conjure item, and you now have in your hand as your action one action you declared for this turn. As it were. Well, actually, no. What does it say? You create an object for up to £1. Items, a raise in the arcade. So I would actually say the conjured items appear in the hands of the caster or on the ground nearby. So I assume you have it appear in your hands. So next round you can throw it.
Okay, fine.
Sorry, because I just read it. It doesn't appear in paw. It literally appears on the ground or in your hands. So the problem is you've still got to. You'll then have to detect magic to know where he is to then make an athletics throw to throw the paint at him.
My detect magic was something that I activated and deactivated and was still on. But fair enough. And
detect magic's an action.
And I did say that I threw it on them, but okay, I understand why it didn't work.
Well, the problem is, you see, you've got a choice, you see. I'm being nice and assuming you weren't going to throw it this round, or it does. Or if you're going to throw it on them, you fail to conjure the item because you rolled a 2.
It's fine. I understand what you're saying. It can wait till next round.
Yeah. But so I was being nice and letting you actually cast the spell rather than fail to cast the spell. I don't think you can maintain glow powers personally. Okay. What's Bert going to do?
Yeah, Bert is trying to decide what he's going to do.
Depending on what you do, can have interesting. It could be quite interesting.
I am going to cast a flame arrow.
Okay.
Or shoot a flame arrow at where I think he is.
Go for it.
And apparently miss.
Yes. Unless you want to spend a penny. I've got 5 pennies.
Snookums is going to kind of swing some claws around in there and also apparently miss.
Yeah. Rannick. It would appear Dondrad had walked away from your hug. And they seem to be sort of doing things out of the room. There seems to be fire arrows flying through the room. The room seems to be covered in tangling vines. Schnuckum seems to be jumping all over the place. And Rannick appears to have just walked into a fire pit.
Oh, that's a fire pit, is it?
Yeah.
Right, the arena and Schnuckums are standing in. Okay.
Actually, that's a very good point, actually. Arena didn't walk around the fire pit either, did she?
I didn't see the fire pit. I just thought it was like an area rug. That graphic is not very obvious.
I did describe the fire pit earlier. So actually, it's only a few inches. It's only a few inches deep. Stepping in and out of it doesn't impact movement. However, I am going to be evil.
Okay. This is your purview.
It was in the picture that you showed us.
Yeah, it was in the picture I showed you as well.
I've had a long day.
Okay. Okay. So this is where it gets really interesting. Okay.
I'd have spent a penny, so that didn't matter.
You would have walked through the fire pit, got shaken, and you'd have to spend your penny to unshake to cast the conjure item. There we go.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
I'll finish my move going over there then.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, so we're written in whatever it is. All right, I'll give that a go. Draw sword. Hit attempt to hit invisible thing.
Okay.
There's a bubble inside the in the weeds. Something underneath the weeds.
Now the +2 to hit something that's entangled is because you are vulnerable when entangled.
No, the +2 to hit is because you're distracted. Oh yeah.
No, it's -2. They're distracted.
You don't
so
count it. You don't count. Is it? You don't. You might get a +2 to hit, but it isn't because they're vulnerable. It's because they're entangled.
And if you are entangled, you are vulnerable and distracted.
No, only if you got the. If you're bound, you're vulnerable and distracted. Not if you're entangled. We said this earlier.
Yeah, but he got the raise when he did it.
Yes, he is bound.
Yeah, so he's vulnerable, which is why I did sneak attack damage.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't dispute that.
Right, sure.
I'm going to Benny that. No, definitely something solid there.
Shit.
Jelsa.
Well, now that they've all gone inside, I'm gonna step back in. I'm not gonna step in the fire pit.
Okay.
I know approximately where it is. I already hit it with the whirlwind. I can't do much more with that. I'm gonna have to go selective, I'm sure. Wait, why didn't that work? So that's 3 power points. And I don't have pennies to spend to fix it, so.
Okay. Hang on. No, I don't spend a penny, do I? Because you do not. Entangle does not affect your ability to unshake.
No, but being distracted does.
Point taken. So I do have to spend a penny after all. Distracted does affect that, which is annoying. Okay. He's going to try and escape.
Fails. He needs a 10.
Yeah.
I give up. I really do. I just give up today.
Well, our dice have been broken for a while, so it was bound to rub off.
Yeah.
Very much so.
How many critical fails have we had between us?
Back to Jelsa. All right.
Well, we're going to try one more time.
Actually, I've got sound effects for this battle.
Wait, did it miss because of the invisible? Because the invisible don't matter with the area of effect.
Okay, is there a motorbike?
I'm just trying to work out why you targeted Rannick, but you missed
I
Rannick.
wasn't trying to, but I spent the extra point for select.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll the damage.
It's making horrible noises.
It sounds like a motorbike.
If that's a motorbike, it's a pretty poorly motorbike.
He's obviously getting angry now, so he's starting to make noise. That's a wound on Rannick.
And then I'm gonna duck back out the door, Ed. Nothing you shooting at me.
Ouch!
Okay, it's shaken. Over to its go. And you duck back out the door. Okay, it unshakes. I just suddenly realised I've just thought of a really evil thing to do, so I'm going to do it.
They can teleport out with the entanglement.
Arena!
Okay, question. That amulet, activating the amulet, is that actually an action? Because I've forgotten what you said about that.
A limited free action.
Right, okay. I want to activate that, so I've got a Benny.
As a limited free action, you animate the medallion and you gain a Benny.
To use my sight to spot the thing again and then throw the paint on it.
Okie dokie. So as an action, a first action, you use detect magic, and you determine that it is moved to over there.
Okay. Throw paint on it.
Okay. Clear targets. That'll be an athletics roll.
I need to put an extra action on.
Yeah. You will need to turn on 2 actions to throw the paint. I will ignore the. That's
Tell
fine.
me what.
Yourself, haven't you?
You have indeed.
What colour are you?
Probably white.
It's quite. So I'm afraid you find yourself quite distracted as you end up basically slipping on something you're not sure what it is on the floor, and basically watching the paint pot fly up in the air, and it comes down, lands on your head, and now you've got paint dripping all down you. It's in your eyes, in your ears, and dripping down all over your clothes, and you've got a bucket on your head, which means you're distracted.
Not what I planned.
On the good news, we did bring hairbrushes.
But don't worry, after an hour the paint will vanish. Rannick.
Bugger gone. Rannick will look around and see if he can work out where the bugger is.
Oh! With a -4, you still succeed. You see a faint shimmering outline over there.
So Rannick is going to shout, "It's over here!" and go over and stand next to him. Wave the sword at it. It's over here kind of a way. Because I didn't declare any other actions.
Well, actually, it does. Oh, notice is an action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're doing it like that, it is an actual action. That brings us to Bert.
But now other people shouldn't need to spot it because I've already shown them where it is.
Yes.
Okay, Bert is going to go ahead and step into the room and cast an arcane shot and try and pin this guy to the wall.
Go for it. You hit. Oh, hang on, he's not entangled anymore. Which means the shot is a 3, which is a miss. Sorry about that. The music gets really quirky after a while, doesn't it?
Like 7.
It is very Blake 7, actually, yeah. Oh, you hit.
Nice one, Bert.
You shake him.
Hey,
And then Snookum's just going to move over.
Not just like coming and seeing something and attack.
It's a giant goblin. A vicious giant goblin.
Aye.
Or should I sound a bit more like this? It's a giant goblin. A vicious...
With the bucket over your head, you are looking a little pale.
Oh.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Take a Benny off the bad guy for that.
I haven't got any bennies left.
Good.
Schnookums sweeps
I
and
think-
swings.
Yeah, Schnookums is going to spend enough, bandit. Sorry, guys. Schnookums is going to spend a Benny to reroll. Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
There we go. That should result in a hit.
That does hit. Schnookums hits.
Grief. I think I've got one last Benny to re-roll that.
Schnookums is out of bennies, but you have Beastmaster, don't you? So you can spend your bennies on Schnookums, can't you? Or is it Beast Bond you need to
No,
get
that's
down?
Beast Bond, I think it is. So
Yeah,
okay, Schnookums gets a hit, but doesn't do much with it.
I'm afraid so. Okay.
Speak
That
the giant
brings us to
and
Dundrad.
the goblin murals.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Thinking,
Oh, he's massive, apparently. He looks like he weighs about 400 pounds. Oh, do you remember earlier on those illustrations of a giant goblin you found somewhere else in the place?
I just mentioned them.
Oh, you did, yes, you did, yeah. Dundrad, what are you doing?
pit full of ash.
Dundrad's, yeah. Okay, so
Are you taking that path?
I'm just working it out.
You're taking that exact path.
No, I'm going to say it because it's.
Yeah. No, I'm just because I was really mean to Arena earlier. I have to be mean to everyone else. So if you walk over that far bit, you will take damage.
My weapon doesn't have reach, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't get him.
Tissue.
Well, you're according to that, you're in range. When I hover
Well,
over you, you're in range. He's within your reach,
Yeah,
apparently.
I'm just going to get my little legs can't run that fast. So yeah, I'm going to try. Is that 2 inches? Gonna have to be 1.
We've had enough of them, haven't we? You gonna swing it?
Yeah, but I thought it had to be 1 inch.
Well, if you hover over you, that is your reach showing that you are.
Okay.
It's unless everyone's reach is wrong today.
I can stab him then.
You managed to hit him. Wow. You cause a wound. I have no bennies. He takes a wound. That's not on.
And Arena's up first, covered in paint.
Arena's up first,
Yeah.
covered in paint.
Excellent. Right.
See what I've just realised, and I think none of you have actually realised just yet, and it's not going to matter because I don't think he's going to live long enough to actually do anything about it. He's now positioned it so all of you can be pushed into the far bit.
To do is I'm going to, well, I'd say get to my feet, but when I say get to my feet, I just mean get to my haunches, and from that position leap on him and try and wipe as much of the paint as I can all over it.
Okay. Just be glad that I didn't notice he had first strike when you walked up to throw paint on him, and therefore he didn't eviscerate you before you put the paint palette over your head.
So hang on, are you doing a touch attack here? Effectively.
Yeah.
Because when you do a touch attack on things, because of your Fey background, you make them distracted as well.
Yeah. I'm going to hug him with paint and stuff. A distracting fey paint hug. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll fighting for that?
Touch attack is a fighting attack with a +2 bonus.
Just as well because you're distracted. Yeah, you're not going to have got him.
Nah, you missed.
Bennies. But you guys can all see roughly where I lunged. I'm looking like some kind of comedy slapstick routine today, so you know.
Bert. I can't believe I wasted. I keep forgetting to check that their powers, and I didn't notice you had first strike, so I could have been mullering you, but easily by now. Also, bloody rotten cards. Bert's standing outside the room. The first thing he does is anyone standing outside the room, he casts Puppet on them, and Bert having Puppet would have been quite nasty.
Well, at least on the plus side, we're all doing really abysmally and bollocksing up things for ourselves. So
it's a terrible, terrible final fight. I should have just deliberately let you leave the dungeon and we could have started. Oh well, Skins Shawl murders next week at this rate. But it's a good way to finish a session on this one.
I think it's quite funny. It's been a bit of a breeze up until now, and suddenly the campaign changes gear, and we're all like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, this is the first taster of what's coming. I have to admit, some of the later ones, if you start dicking around like you have been up to now and sort of splitting the party, it could get pretty bad. There's one area where basically, if you just barge in and split up, then each of you will be facing 10 to 15 monsters each alone. If you activate the whole dungeon at once like you have up till now.
small lead for Jelsa, perhaps.
Rannick.
Right. Well, I think I'm going to have to just try and hit this guy. So, shall we do? Should we try anything clever? No. I am going to do.
Oh, you are kidding me, really? Really?
Yes.
Crying out loud. Did. Okay, well, that's okay. Go for it. I'm only going to worry about it from this point on.
Okay, I'm going to do the attack whose name I can't remember, where it's the flailing around one, the +2 to hit, -2 to damage.
What, wild attack?
No, not what, +2 to hit, -2 to
Desperate
damage.
attack.
Desperate attack, yeah. I'm going to desperately attack. And miss it. Not going to penny it with my last penny, that would be foolish. Over to Dundra.
Pardon me.
Try and stab him again, I think.
Go for it.
This.
Jelsa Sparkle Tips.
So is there enough paint on, or because she did her detect magic before, she can see where he is?
Detect magic is an action.
Okay, so I can't see where he is. Just
No, not anymore. You are stuck
Just
on a
kind
wall. There's a wall there. You have to go through the door. Just get in. There you go.
okay. So I only know about a general location.
Yeah.
And they're all in my line of fire, and I don't have the power points to miss them. So I'm gonna just try throwing a star knife in the where I think it is.
Shit, Sparkle Tits! I've got enough holes in these leathers already.
You miss.
Yeah, well,
Oh, for crying out loud.
You don't.
yeah, this has been kind of rough. But on the other hand, did you guys realize that gold acted like a toll on that doorway?
Mind you, it suddenly went from bad luck to me to oh dear for you guys, because he suddenly went from not being able to do anything to getting the Joker and going first. Right, okay. Let's have some fun. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to... I'm afraid to say it's going to be a strength roll on Schnookums. So Schnookums gets the choice of making an athletics or strength roll and needs to beat a 9. Or be pushed into the far pit.
Yeah.
You said strength or athletics?
It's Schnookums' choice of strength or athletics. I'm afraid Schnookums is pushed back 1 inch into the far pit, knocking him prone. And I wouldn't have thought to do that if someone hadn't reminded me all about that lovely rule earlier. So you only have Rannick to blame. Schnookums is not going to take any damage from being in the flame pit, but he's not prone, unfortunately. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to... Oh, bugger.
You're going to bugger.
Well, I was going to do something else, but now I've just noticed that... Oh, no, that's innate. That's okay. is still an action. That's annoying. Oh, I know what. I know exactly what I'm going to do then. He is going to. Wait, no, it will fail and then come back up. So he isn't anything you can do about that. So that's okay. I am going to.
Yes.
I think I'll do that instead then. He didn't get the raise, therefore it's just attack. It's fighting -2 because he didn't get the raise, and then he's literally going to walk off. You obviously, anyone who's adjacent to him will get a free attack because you will sense he's walking by you because he's big and you can hear him.
Okay.
So what way did he go?
I don't know, but you get a 3 swing as he walks away.
As does Arena.
I do I?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll swing for it. I don't actually know where it is.
I'm sorry, Rita. I'm going to say basically, as you flail around trying to reach him, he literally pushes you, and unfortunately, you tumble into the far bit.
It's going to make it far more comical, but okay.
What were you going to say? Because obviously, I think this is paid for enough.
I was going to take a swing with the paint can, but as it's I was swinging with the handle, it was going to swing back around and hit me in the head.
Oh, we should still do the same thing, but I like that. Yeah, I like that more. So yeah, okay, it's still the same thing. You end up braining yourself with 2 wounds with the bucket. Couldn't think of the right word. Dondrad.
Undrad. The Undrad, all Dondrad could do is try and see where he is. In fact, can he detect magic using the cult?
You just say you're detecting magic, and it's an action, but you automatically detect magic.
Yeah, so long as you are in an arcane background.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
innate
so I'm going to detect magic as an action, and a free action. I'm going to go. There he is.
There he is.
Oh, bummer.
Arena, I'm afraid, has really brained herself with that paint can. Oh, dear.
Been hanging around with these clunky half-orcs too much.
Indeed. But
Turn it into another Stumblefoot.
Okay, so he has been revealed, or at least pointed out.
Dodger said he's over on the far wall.
Okay, so I'm going to try and shoot him again.
Okay.
He doesn't appear to have invisibility on him anymore either.
Actually, that's a very good point, actually. His invisibility will have just dropped. So, Dondrad, you didn't actually need to do the action, actually, thinking about it. So I will put you on hold so you can therefore take your action at any time. So instead of actually saying he's over there, because I forgot his invisibility dropped, you can act whenever you feel okay, you wish to. Dondrad. Requests interrupt.
Do you want to go before or after Schnookums?
No, sorry. Let Schnookums go first. I was just going to kind of chapter him as well.
Yeah, Schnookums is going to. What is this? No, go away. Schnookums is going to climb out of the fire and come over here and bite the guy. Schnookums does not like being in the fire.
Okay, I'm afraid to say, as Schnookums comes running over, he first strikes him.
That's fine.
Schnookums is angry. Whiskers, not good.
Oh, I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have went before Schnookums.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's something I forgot he could do, so that's why he hasn't used it up to now. Oh, geez. Oh, jeez. He just killed Stuckums.
You bastard.
Schnuckums is bleeding out. Someone might need to heal Schnuckums. Dundrad!
Oh, you pig. Oh, I don't have any power point. I can't heal him.
Have you got the healing skill?
But it takes too long.
Takes 10 minutes, yeah.
Not to stabilise someone.
You can stabilise in one action to stop them bleeding out. You just can't heal the wound.
Yeah. It stops them bleeding out. They stay incapacitated, but they won't bleed to death.
Yeah, I'm going to step to there and you, by sleight of hand, try to bless. And fails.
Okay. That brings us to Rannick.
Rannick is going to multi-action.
Stay out of the way, Rannick.
You're right there, lass, says Rannick to Arena. And then seeing Snookums get hurt, says, you bastard! Runs over there.
Yep.
Pours a minor healing potion over Snookums' wounds.
Yeah. Okay. That will count as stabilising, and therefore he's not. Snookums is incapacitated, but will not die.
And then,
I'll kill the characters. I don't want to kill Snookums.
Then we'll wild attack the interloper. No, mind you, we're interloping on his place, but you know.
Okay, that's a wild attack, making you vulnerable. Go for it.
Yeah, I know, but you know, bastard, it's Snookums.
He is targeted.
Booger. And I'm vulnerable, so I'm not spending the last penny.
That brings us to Jelsa.
What a stupid amount of copper pieces. Really stupid.
I can't do this because what's his name moved right into my way. Like I told him, stay out of the way. So what did he do? Ran right over. And so I'm going to skip back here and I'm going to throw my star knife at him.
Okay.
You'd have been better throwing the star knife first. You're at medium range now, but never mind.
Yeah, I'm getting out of his range.
Oh, by the way, I can't remember which shop it is actually. Hang on a second. I think it was Savar's. Was it Savar's Armory? Yes. You might want to visit Savar's Armory at the end of this adventure. They've got you hear a rumour they've got masterwork shuriken. Okay, new round with Rannick to go first.
Well,
yeah, that is an interesting point. Actually, if well, as a quick aside, not that you need it in the middle of this fight, but if you activate your sidebar, you should have an option to turn on shops. I have actually populated the shops of Sandpoint that sell magic items, so you can visit them in your downtime.
So, where did you get the shops thing from? Is that the add-on?
That's a paid extension I bought. Yeah.
And it works with Savage Worlds.
Yes, he made it work with Savage Worlds, and then he made it work with Pathfinder. So it's really nice because I can basically set up I can set up shops with gear, and then you guys can just go and shop there.
Because I've got that extension, but I didn't know you worked with Savage Worlds, so I will be testing it. Thank you very much for that. I just need to. The only thing I can't work out is, as a player, I couldn't work out how to actually purchase anything or put the money in. It looked like it makes a part. When you buy it, it makes a parcel, and then you drag the parcel to the character sheet. The parcel contains a negative amount of money, so it knocks off the money.
Ah, clever.
Puts items in.
Because all I worked out as a GM was I just had to. I put the money in and then hit purchase, and it worked. But anyway, that's fine. Okay, you have wounded him. He does have a Benny because he got the Joker. He will use it to soak the. Oh, hang on. Tell a lie. Okay. One thing you do seem to notice, Rannick, this is something else I hadn't noticed. Like I missed out on First Strike, you guys are being diggled as well. Rannick, you did use your longsword, didn't you?
Yeah.
As the longsword hits it, it does seem to scream in pain, and as if the magic of the sword seems to cause extra damage to it. So although you did in actual fact score 2 wounds on it with your attack, not 1. However, it soaks one of the wounds, but because of the fact that I remembered that it's got an environmental weakness, it still takes a wound.
By the way, Donrad's weapon's magical as well.
Yes, but you haven't hit it since I noticed that it has a weakness. For the record. Okay. Yeah, this will upset everyone. Think.
I don't notice. I'm too busy trying to get paint out of my eyes.
Then it fails, but it costs it a PowerPoint. But it disappears, and then it disappears. You then hear it sort of chanting stuff again, like it did before it teleported. So you don't know what happened. Arena. I'm afraid apart from that, you do have a belly, of course, if you want to unshake. But you're a bit dazed, shaken, and covered in paint.
Because I'm allowed to swallow potions while shaken.
Yes. Well, actually, no. Ironically, not. I don't think, because I think taking a potion is an action. So technically speaking, you can't.
Problem then. I'm not shaken, and I'm taking 2 potions.
Okay, you drink 2 potions of minor healing, removing all of your wounds. Oh, actually, while we're at it, Dondrad, can you make a free action notice roll, please, of your dwarviness?
Notice roll. What happened there?
I don't know. It took a long time to think about it. Okay. As you were striding along, it suddenly just occurred to you. You suddenly realised there's a secret door back there.
Oh, that's that more shoddy stonework.
That was it's been something about it. It's something you think. Oh, hang on. There's a secret door back there. I meant to do it earlier, but I got distracted with other issues. But
The one next to Rannick.
Schnookums, no! I am going to short cast a healing.
Oh, okay.
I am going to use the crippling injuries adjustment.
Okay.
I only have 12 power points, so this will be at a -6.
Oh, jeepers creepers.
Oh, well.
And he's done it.
Crippling
Nice
injuries. Wow. Little permanent
That's
crippling
not-
injury. This requires an hour of preparation. But you know what?
Okay.
I don't care right now. I'm going to.
You can have it anyway.
I'm not for pure role playing and making me smile and all that. I'm not going to. Okay, Lookums is healed 1 wound. Just the fact you blew all your power points, I think it's in keeping with Bert that he doesn't basically. I'm going to say the emotional effects of it enables you to basically channel so much magic and love into Stookums. You don't need the 1 hour this once because
It's the power of love.
Exactly.
I think that's conviction for Bert, because that's a core part of who Bert is.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Actually, have you got any conviction, Bert?
I've got 3 convictions.
I would say if you spend a point in conviction, that will allow you to negate the hour's preparation this once, because it's the
Okay,
first
I'll
time.
do that.
It's the first time Schnookums has died, as it were, isn't it? He's been injured before, but that's the first time he's died. And obviously, I will obviously still let you. So yeah, I like that idea, and I'm going to give Rannick a penny for this suggestion. Schnookums does recover from being shaken.
Yeah, but Schnookums is just going to kind of lay there going.
Fair enough. Schnookums does have a penny, it would appear as well. For the record.
Don't worry, Puss. I've got you.
Jelsa.
Go over here. Jelsa's going to go over here and pick up the 1 star knife that she threw.
Yep.
And then I'm going to start towards to find the other one.
Okay. You were over there. I'm not sure why I decided to move you through the far pit, because I know you weren't.
So,
Dondred.
So did we kill it?
It vanished. Tell me where the bugger is. Can't hit it if I don't know where it is.
Wonder if it, do you know there's a secret door over here, aye?
Oh, but you hum it and I'll sing it.
Are you going to concentrate and you spend an action to detect magic?
Yes, I'm going to make sure it's not in this room. Or not? I don't know where it is.
You don't have to roll. You don't have to roll for detect magic. It's an action, but it doesn't require a dice roll.
Right. Okay. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to detect magic to see if it's still in this room.
It appears to not have even moved.
He's still there. If you right, Dondrad will step to there.
You're saying he's behind me? Oh no, he isn't.
Oh yes, he is.
Oh yes, he is.
He's there. He's here. Look! He is. I'll poke him.
No, you
Yeah, missed.
Yeah, I missed.
Have a notice check as you walked over there, please. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you very
Totally
much.
fine.
Nothing to worry about. Okay, it looks like Mr. Big Bad gets to go next. I've had enough of this. I think it's time for yeah, I don't have the Joker, so I think all I'm going to do is rip Rannick's face off. It's not showing. Why is it not showing edges? That's what's throwing me. Why is he not showing his edges on the combat tracker?
It never shows edges on the combat tracker for NPCs.
I know. I wish it did sometimes. It reminds you then, thinking about Stone from Deadlands, that would be an awful lot of bad guys. Okay, well, he fails to hit Rannick because Rannick uses his shield of deflection to block it, and given how Frenzy is 2 separate actions, and we've been doing Frenzy wrong for years, he can't...
Frenzy isn't 2 separate actions.
Pardon?
Frenzy is a single action with two fighting dice and 1 wild die.
In that case, I'll ignore the wild die and hit you a second time. He missed you both times. Jelsa. I'm thinking of 2 weapon fighting. Ignore me. I'll get myself muddled up today.
If you build it as a sub-attack and label it as Frenzied Attack, then the Frenzied Attack will appear on the combat tracker.
Cool.
Because I've done that with things in my 50 Badlands campaign.
So is he up on... I can't see him, right?
You can spend an action too.
Well,
He's over here! He's banging on my shield!
I'll spend an action. How high up on the wall is he?
He's on the ground.
Oh, he's on the ground. Well, then that makes the 1 move too risky.
See these dents appearing in my shield, Sparkle Tips, being made by the guy hitting it.
If he's on the ground, I'll just go after him with my scimitar.
Go for it. I could have him teleporting around and being invisible all over the place for the rest of the day, but I'm losing the will to live with this fight, so just kill him, please.
An idea of how to counteract the advantage, assuming I can do it without bollocksing up.
Dodge.
Probably.
Ondrad, over to you.
Yeah, so I'm going to Orchidus stabby stab. Keep going.
I seem to recall this was a really annoying fight in D20. Okay, Arena. What's Arena's cunning plan?
Is to use a different sense to see it. Thank you.
Oh, clever.
You gonna be a bat?
Yes, I am now a bat. I am going to hover over its head continually. Every time it moves, I'm going to be hovering over its head to signify where it is for everybody else.
Make that test next round. Piss it off with your flappy.
So, there. I am just a bad guy locator from this point.
That's a very good idea, because you use sonar to find it, don't you? Which invisibility can't nerf.
Look, that blank area of space has got a quest in the form of a bat.
Exactly.
Quick, click on it.
Okay, I presume this is going to be 2 actions. I'm going to start by grabbing Schnookums and dragging him out away from the bad guy.
Okay, yeah.
And then my second action will be to shoot the bad guy.
Okay, hang on a second. Shoot the bad guy. There we go.
To know is the bat covered in paint?
Oh, he's still invisible, isn't he? Okay. Yep, that'll miss.
And Schnookums.
And Schnookums again is just going to kind of lay there. Go,
Okay, Rannick.
Rannick, I think, is sensing that this guy's kind of on the ropes a bit, is going to wild attack.
Okay, I've targeted him for you.
Thank you.
Because token stacking is still something a bit iffy on this game. I think there's a paid extension for 5th edition just for token stacking.
Gotcha, you bastard.
You hit him. Roll the damage. +4 because you have a magic sword, but that still doesn't hurt him.
Well, I will re-roll, but let me put a +4 in before I do that. I will penny that.
By the way, he does not count as humanoid.
I'd guessed that.
That's a wound, and I have no bennies, so he has to take it.
Take that, you bastard!
He's got the Joker and he's going first, so I now have 2 bennies. And he's unshanks. Okay, so first things first, I am going to do a Frenzied Attack on Rannick. I need to put a -2 on all of those because I forgot to actually click the 2 actions button before I did it.
You missed anyway.
And missed anyway. Then I am going to... what am I going to do? Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Success. I'm puppeting Bert. So, per opposed roll of the character's arcane versus the spirit with success, the victim. Okay, so you get a spirit roll, Bert, which against a 4, I suspect will be successful, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay, so the puppet fails to actually work. It was the fact that his first instruction was kill the damn cat, and that's why Bert had to, just ignored it completely. That cost me 3 power points to foul that. Okay, that brings us to Dondrad. Swing away.
Little to the Stunty, little to the left.
I still think that could make him vulnerable, but I think hacking away.
No, not the bat. The bad guy, the invisible one.
someone went and changed the targeting because I'd set it all up that you were hitting him, but no, you decided to change it to hit the bat instead, didn't you? By changing the targeting after I said that.
Anyway, to cut a long story short, it's a 4. It would beat Parry 7 anyway.
I know, but the point I'm trying to make is I'd already set it all up because stacking.
Hang on, except it would, because you've got +3 gang up bonus. One from Jelsa, one from me, and one from Arena, who's still adjacent and gives gang up bonus.
Well, it's a shame, really. We'll never know that because he targeted the bat.
Yeah, but also it's invisible and deflection, so there's a minor in there as well. But
indeed.
Okay, Bert, having just felt this guy try to puppet him to killing Schnookums, berserks. He throws down his bow, whips out his fiery long sword, and charges to the attack.
I assume you mean by berserk. You go wild, yeah.
He's not taken barbarian yet, then.
Barbarians don't berserk; they rage.
Well, true, but nobody berserks in Pathfinder because berserk doesn't exist.
Exactly, that's what I said. That you get to rage instead. Look at that, missing by 1. Oh, he really is cross.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be. Oh, wait. Hold on. There we go. Another Magic Benny showed up. Still going to miss, though.
It's such a cool image. I just.
Okay, so Bert goes over there and swings this flaming sword around like he knows what he's doing, apparently not hitting anything.
Okie doke.
You need to practice with that as much as you do with your bow.
I take it Schnookums is just going to.
Yeah. Schnookums is just laying there. Yeah.
Jelsa, there's something invisible standing on your star knife.
Oh, now she knows exactly where it is.
I can't target him because of Irina.
Yeah, you've targeted him.
Because I'm just going after him with the scimitar.
That's a hit. See, she stands there and casts spells left, right, and centre, and then she just hits him with her scimitar.
It doesn't do any good if I don't do any damage.
It still hits. Rannick.
Right, I'm not going to go wild this time because he seems to be able to attack multiple times, and I don't want to get torn apart. But I will stick and twist. And I'm going to try slightly harder than that. Not good enough. All right, Bert, I'll own up. But he's a dodgy bugger, isn't he?
Arena, you're flapping around his head as a bat. A paint-covered bat, but a bat.
I was wondering whether I was paint-covered. Let's see if I can distract him while I'm at it.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Athletics trick, would that be?
I think an athletics trick sounds very sensible.
Okay, I'm going to put him targeted.
I'll have to see if I need to add the extension back in. I missed the extension. Just roll athletics. Don't worry about it. You don't need to target him for a trick because.
I would have thought his athletics would be better.
Why are you encumbered? You shouldn't be encumbered because all your magical items. You don't. You just have to untick your backpack when you shape change, don't you?
I didn't know that. It's not affected me in the past, but I'll remember it for future. So it's a 3, which is probably.
We'll just ignore it. But it's just as easy.
Yeah, that's it.
Still a 3, which fails.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Next round, which is you again.
Okay, I'll give that another go.
Yep.
I'll just do a +2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we know you're encumbered, but you're not because magic. Your items vanish as it were. 10. Right. I am going to make an athletics roll, and you Creative combat, is that in this one? I can't
Creative,
remember.
creative combat is in this, yes.
Thank you.
Pretty sure it is.
Yes, it is. Pathfinder for Savage Worlds creative combat. So you shake him. Do you want to make him distracted or vulnerable?
Vulnerable.
You make him vulnerable. I'm going to spend a penny to see if I can move up the combat tracker, which I do, but Jelsa gets to go first.
And he's vulnerable, so if I hit him, I get the extra damage.
Yes, indeed. Oh, God, we're 2 rogues in the party now. Yes. Backstab galore. As long as you hit him, you get to backstab him.
Hey, that's a hit. Oh, boy.
Hit with a raise. So hit with a raise, backstab, please.
And that's just an extra dice.
Extra D6 damage.
Yeah. Oh! One more point of damage there, and you would have put him down. Bad luck. He does remain shaken, so I'm going to have to spend my last penny to unshake. I'm going to multi-action. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to shove Bert into the far pit. Athletics or strength to beat a 5, Bert, please. You're fine. Yeah, you basically withstand the push back on you, and then frenzied attack on Rannick.
Oh,
Rannick's the only one hurting him.
Look, he's definitely got me.
He certainly got you with one of those, didn't he? Good job that wasn't the damage roll.
You had to say it.
Rannick, you basically take a huge pounding and it knocks you sideways.
Well, I've got no bennies, so I will be taking that huge pounding.
Yep. And unfortunately, while he's no longer vulnerable, you do not unshake.
Yeah, Rannick's going to drop to 1 knee then.
Okay. That brings us to Dondrad.
Still vulnerable at the minute, isn't he?
Nope.
No.
Right, I'm going to raise my 2-handed sword and kick him in the groin.
Okay. Go for it.
So,
Yes.
what I'm going to do, that's going to be an athletics trick to try and make you vulnerable.
Are you happy with a 5?
It's going to have to be because I don't have any bennies. I'm desperate.
Oh, yes! It is successful.
He's vulnerable again.
You make him
so I
vulnerable.
distract you with the sword, kick you in the groin, make him vulnerable, and then it goes to Bert.
Oh, which would be like, okay, I could do something about that as you kick him in the groin. But
Bert is still wild attacking. He is really, really mad.
that's a hit.
And it is a magic weapon.
It is a magic weapon, so it's +4 damage. I'll add it on myself if you didn't. That was 1 point short of hurting him. If you want to spend your Benny and re-roll the damage, put +4 in first because it's a magic weapon.
Spend my... There we go.
2 wounds. You incapacitate him, and down he goes. He's bleeding out.
He stops being invisible, so I don't have to carry on being a bat anymore.
No. He won't actually. He won't actually become visible till the power expires or he dies because he's not maintaining the power. If that makes sense, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. He's gone down.
And Bert is still attacking. So
yeah. I mean, we shall take it from there. So can I? Okay. So basically, Rena, would you like to make a notice check while you're still a bat, please? Because I suspect you're... well, I suspect your notice is quite good as a but yeah. There appears to be a second secret door there.
He said that out of character. I said there's another one just under Rannick when he pointed out the first one.
Oh, how could you tell? Did the walls not line up perfectly?
If you look closely, there's a shadow on the regular wall, but no shadow where there's a secret entrance.
To be honest, I don't actually have a problem with that because it gives you an idea. I don't have a problem with that if it's a hint because you go, I'm going to search this area. Right, congratulations, you have put him down, so that is the end of that combat. Wow, that one. Those are two tough fights at the end there. Okay, so I shall open both. I can't do anything because I shall open the two secret doors.
Rannick, you might want to lie down because that numb spell wears off. You're going to be in a world of hurt.
Just how badly did those buggers get me earlier? Says Rannick, lying down and clutching the slightly reopened wound in his torso.
Say as I return to Elford.
You what?
Fatally.
No. But how am I here?
I nod at who was it? Dundrad. Was it Dundrad who brought you back?
It was.
I nod at Dundrad.
Gorham thought it was a lousy fight, so he brought you back to fight again.
Well, thanks. If that were a lousy fight, what's a good one? Bugger, this hurts.
Take the potion. You've got a potion, remember?
Aye.
I forget.
Boy.
Ollie, could you put me back to being an elf, please? That's Kev for it. Thank you.
Okay, so in one of the alcoves you find a silver coffer that appears to be full of red sand, fine white sand. You notice a slight glint, and when you disturb the sand, you find there is a magical ring inside.
Oh.
In the meantime, there are 60 candles. All of them emit a faint magical radiation.
Okay, time for some identifying. That's the ring.
The ring. Okay, the ring is a ring of minor protection. When worn, a shield-like pane of force generates. It manifests itself as a 7-pointed star that matches your medallion, Irina.
I will tell the party what it does.
So that gives 2 points of armour. So that should go to somebody that can't wear armour.
That's all spellcasters.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
Jelsa and Goodfella can wear light armour.
You can't.
It needs to go to Schnookums.
A ring
on his tail.
Oh.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, logically speaking, I can't see why Schnookums couldn't have the ring on his tail. I suppose. Are we giving the ring to Schnookums?
It's the ring.
Pardon? Irina or Schnookums? It's up to you.
Irina, you can have it if you need it. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. I best identify the candle things as well.
The candles, the 60 eternal candles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Minor candles that burn eternally without heat and shed dim light in a small blast template. Basically, they are magical candles.
They're probably worth selling.
They're probably worth selling.
I would say keep one each and sell the rest.
You certainly could, yeah. So, yeah, certainly. Literally drag each of you, if you want to take an eternal candle, drag one to your character sheet, and then I can sell them.
The people who can't see in the dark. Oh, bloody hell. Can't hit the right tab to save my life. Much as I can't roll the... There. And we're never going to have that problem of you can't see because it's all dark. Wow, that's going to be worth a fair amount of money. 25 gold pieces each.
Well, it appears I was wrong. We aren't starting Skinshaw and Riders this week, and probably, given the way the fights are going, we might not even make it next week. But anyway, I'm just going to sell everything else, as it were, once you get back to town. But obviously, for ease, I'll just sell it now so it's out of the inventory.
Is it possible while in town to change my money so I'm not carrying around 1,238 copper pieces and maybe change some of that up into something a little less ridiculous?
Quite possibly, yes. Just be glad there's no encumbrance for coinage. Okay.
Now, here's a funny thing. The guy that did the shops, did he not also do the money sorter as well?
Possibly. I haven't bought that one.
I wonder if that works for Savage Worlds.
Is a single gold?
100 copper is a single.
Because that's
gold.
really useful. That's a really useful mod. That.
Front of that.
I can imagine it is.
To add it to the gold.
So you push a button and automatically there's a conversion fee.
The answer, by the way, for the record, you can't just take 100 copper and turn him into a gold piece. You will have to take him somewhere. They will charge it. They will charge a percentage.
Right. I'll put that back as it was then.
But anyway, okay. So, right, you found the secret area that not even the big bad knew about. So, what do you want to do now?
Go on.
By all means.
Yeah, I want to.
Loot the dungeon.
There's one more door.
Oh, aye, so there was.
All right, one more door. What could possibly go wrong?
Indeed.
Somebody else's turn. I didn't do well last time.
Are you sure?
Right.
Sure.
I'll just moving everyone. So there's a door there. Are you opening the? Well, whoever wants to open the door can open the door.
Everybody else first. I ain't doing it.
Four pillars support the domed ceiling of this room. Several dark alcoves containing standing sarcophagi grace the walls, and the statue of a stern man wielding a glaive and holding a book stands in the southern part of the corridor. Chamber, rather, not corridor.
Yeah, I mean, if this is an evil temple to Lamashu, it has to be cleaned.
Can I have academics rolls, please? Of anyone who has academics. Okay. Dondrad's going, oh, it's obviously to Labish too. Arena, you're going, actually, putting on a spec of glasses, putting on an educational tone. It says, actually, these carvings on the wall identify this whole area dedicated to the Runelord Karzog.
Did I just turn into Hermione Granger?
Yes. Basically.
Well, I guess if I'm identifying it, I should probably come.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm not sure how much you know about Karzog yet. Which you now realise is, oh dear, that caused a memory error. What you now realise is that having seen this bit, and you realise that person that's talking in the other room in Thessalonian is probably Karzog as well.
No, it's just that I've spent more years studying than you've spent living.
Oh, la-di-da.
Karzog. Okay, there's 14 entries of him apparently, so let's have a look. Thousands of years ago, at the height of Thessalonians' rule, Karzog was basically a Rune Lord. Basically, Thessalonian was ruled by the Rune Lords. Thessalonian, I'm not sure it's too nice an area. You might well, I'll find out what you know about Thessalonian another day. In the meantime, yes, you find yourself in this chamber.
Pretty shadowy.
Funny you should say that.
Okay, have I ever heard of these things?
Yeah, Cliff Richard hangs out with them.
So what I need to do is find out what happened for the fact that Dondra just decided to walk through the middle of one. Well, yeah. Oh, this could be fun. Oh, okay. So, can I have?
It makes him really hungry. He's
Can I
outmarking.
have notice checks from everyone, please? Jelsa is not surprised. Everyone else, I think, is, because no one else beats their notice check. So Rannick is on hold. Arena is on hold. Bert is on hold. Dondrad is on hold. And the shadows go first. Any more than that, I'll probably get a copyright strike, so I'll stop.
Thank you, Patrick.
Well, it was a very dodgy version. It was a bit patchy. Okay, so I'm going. Actually, there's a webs. Okay, I am going to claw Dondrad. Dondrad didn't target Dondrad. Dondrad's parry is 4, so I do hit him. Can I have a vigor roll at? Can I have a vigor roll, please? You make it. You feel coldness and sort of you feel slightly cold and for a few seconds there's a slight disconcerting. It's almost as if you feel your strength being sapped away, but you resist it and you're fine.
That might have been a plus one as well, actually.
I've noticed something here where I think when a weapon doesn't actually, when an attack doesn't do damage, I don't think it treats it as an attack, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? That's another bug. And I'm going to come over and claw Bert with the last one. Bert's parry is 6, so he's fine. And over to Jelsa. Oh, hang on. Sorry, then I forgot to do something. After they do all that, I do believe they can do it at will.
Just as well we didn't bring Will with us.
Oh, God, yeah, you're really going to like this one.
Yeah, Will's always getting shot at.
Can they become invisible?
Guess what they all then promptly do?
Turn invisible.
Yep.
Crying out loud.
Here we go again.
Tell me about it.
I'll tell you what, for somebody who's just had a raise, I'm going to curse my raise forever, for the rest of my life.
Jelsa, over to you.
No,
I actually thought
wasn't
about taking that spell, and I didn't. Detect
I
Arcana.
wasn't surprised, but they were invisible. How was I not surprised?
Well, no, you saw the shadows move to attack everyone, so therefore you weren't surprised with everyone else, but now the shadows have vanished.
Could you remind me how often that amulet gives bennies?
Once per session.
Once a session. I'm just going to make a note of that.
So it's per indeterminate length of time.
All right.
Okay, I've got one left.
No.
You have to be really careful not to hit Irina, because I don't have the points to do select.
Well, that works. That's a hit with a raise. Roll that damage.
Yes.
Flippin' finally!
Okay, it's not invulnerable to that. So it's destroyed.
One
Okay,
down.
one down. So now everyone comes off hold as the surprise round is dealt with. And now off we go. Dondrad!
The shadows nearby them, nobody knows where it is at the minute. They're invisible, aren't they?
They are indeed. You don't know where they are. And obviously being made of shadow, they don't even have any physical... They're incorporeal, so They're very hard to hit anyway.
Well, I still give a gang up bonus. So what I do is I'll for an action I will detect magic.
Yep. You detect magic with an action to determine there is a shadow in front of you. What's really interesting about that artwork is actually, if you look, it is literally a shadow on a bit of stone.
On a pillow. Yeah. So my action is to detect it. My free action is to point it out to everybody else.
Okay.
And I will ready my weapon.
Bert. You're not vulnerable.
Bert is going to, you know what? Bert's going to go ahead and multi-action, see if he can see this thing. Or actually, he can just detect magic to see it. And then I will go ahead and chop at it with my flaming longsword.
I've just realised, this is not the latest version of the Pathfinder core rules. For the latest version of the Pathfinder core rules, I've added in familiar abilities and effects. They're not showing up, so I haven't got I haven't even got the latest version here. What is going on with targeting all of a sudden? Yeah, you miss.
Yeah, I missed.
But you know it was, and obviously, Rannick did see you swing in that general area. And as a free action, you can say it's right in front of me. Arena!
It's right there!
I am going to... I'm not still a bat. I shouldn't be a bat. I'm change my stats back.
You have to berate Kev until he does it.
Okay. That distracted me. I was going to do two things. One of them I know, the other one... Oh, yeah, that was it. I'm going to spot where one of them is, the one that's right next to me, and then I am going to zap it with my zappy wand of...
Zappiness.
Shocking grass.
Oh, yeah, ranged touch attack. Okay, so that's multi-action. First action, detect magic to sense the magical nature of the beast.
Benning that.
Actually, do you know what? I'm not sure if actually detect magic will work on these because they're naturally invisible because they're made of shadows. But I'm not going to retcon that now. Oh, it's time to be evil. Roll the damage.
I'm sorry.
You hit Dondrad.
Yeah, you've hit Dondrad.
I thought that was to activate my vision. Okay, yeah.
No, you don't need to do anything to activate
I'm
vision.
really sorry, Dondrad. I don't know what damage to roll because I've not got any stats for it.
It's 2d6. It's a bolt. It's a touch attack bolt.
It's a touch attack bolt.
Oh.
That did explode. It just didn't roll it. There you go. Oh, look at that. We both rolled the same thing.
He is wearing metal armor, you see. That's why it's arced into him. That magic metal armor.
It's all right. It wasn't harmed, so that's something.
Dondrad is stunned. It's shaken, I should say. Rannick.
Rannick will move forward just enough so that there should be some gang-up bonus now, because there wasn't when Bert attacked it.
Okay.
And since he saw where Bert was swinging wildly, Rannick will swing wildly as well.
Okay, I have targeted it for you. Oh, just realised Dondrad wasn't here to actually find out that you just zapped him by mistake, Arena.
You say he's here, right? Right here, yeah?
I think you might have hit him.
Yep, right there.
I'm sure I got him.
No invulnerability because you're using Bane Blade, Dragon Bane. It's dead.
I think I got him.
Well, yeah. It's an interesting one. How do you know if you've killed an incorporeal creature? There must be some sort of feedback, mustn't there? Because you're using a magic weapon. Yeah. Jelsa.
Yeah, Jelsa is gonna. I just noticed we got bennies, so she's gonna spend her only benny to get some power points back.
There you go. I thought you possibly might need it, but it turns out your dice rolls have been awesome anyway. But I thought you might need bennies for this fight.
I need to back up a little bit, not to have the pillar in my way.
Yeah.
I don't need selected to miss them.
No, you don't.
Not
There you
letting
go.
me target. I'm targeting me, not it. So how do I?
It's because the word cone stops the targeting working. There you go. There's some interesting quirks in Unity, and one of them is the word for the blast template stops you targeting the stuff underneath the blast template. Yeah. You failed to cast it, I'm afraid. It cost you a PowerPoint. Okay, the Shadow. The Shadow is going to attempt to claw Dondrad again. Why is it not? Dondrad is hit. Vigor roll at... no, -2, didn't get the raise. Vigor roll, please, Dondrad.
I love that the priest...
Did I still get +1 to that? It's been used as a power.
What?
+1 to... make a bit of difference.
Okay, you have been energy drained.
I love that the priest of the God of War has got the lowest parry amongst all of us.
Yeah, it's a sword. The new sword he's got. The reason why he's took the sword is because he's got a fetish for it. No, he has, seriously. No, he has got a fetish for the sword.
With a successful touch attack, the victim must make a resistance roll or lose a die type in the targeted attribute. So basically, Dondrad. Okay, 24 hours. Oh, crikey, yeah, 24 hours. So it's not as bad as losing. Well, it's not as bad as AD&D. We used to lose a level.
Yeah, so the +1, I don't just, it makes no difference this, but as a point of matter, because he's got Iron Constitution, would it add +1 to recovery and resistance? I don't know how that works.
Is it Iron Constitution for poison?
Yeah, it does. It's +1 to resistance. They also
resisting poison.
No, it says +1 when resisting recovery from powers or abilities that state to work like a power.
Well, energy drain doesn't state it works like a power. It's a special ability. Okay, so Dondrad feels his strength drain away.
But it can kill you if it takes you down below a D4.
Yes, it can. Yeah, it can kill you. Yes. Oh, look, everyone gets bennies because Jelsa got a Joker.
And I was going to try that same move again.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Just cast it. We know it's in the area of effect.
I still have him I still have him targeted.
Go for it. Oh, cast with a raise this time. Roll the damage.
Oh, man. I'm going to spend my Benny.
Okay. You did shake it.
I don't care.
Okay, it is not invulnerable because that wasn't a magical attack. You destroy it.
Took every Benny I had. You know, we didn't get very many Jokers this game. That was part of the issue there.
Yeah, we got an awful lot of critical fails, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
In which case, Benny's wouldn't have made any difference.
Okay, so, yep, basically...
I've about had enough of this place.
So this basically going back to what Irina was knowing knowledgeably earlier, the odds are that those sarcophagi Irina, yeah. This small crypt was used to inter the bodies of the people that actually built this whole complex, as was tradition in Karzog's time. So basically, these sarcophagi would have contained will contain the bodies of the architects that built the whole, this whole dungeon levels, as it were. Yeah. Although the fact you got attacked by them, you get the impression some of them possibly were restless undead, as it were. Yep, please roll a notice check. Yes, Relic, you do find a secret door.
Rannick goes and leans on the wall and falls through it.
Yeah.
You do like laying down on the job, don't you?
Naps.
Not intentional.
You would not believe it, Bert. I had to wake him up in the middle of a really ugly fight. He just dozed right the hell off. They all did.
Is that a room?
You need to be checked for a sleeping disorder. You know, that would explain all the times you fall down too, as you flash fall asleep, and so I mean, we need to have you tested for something like that.
See, I thought I fell asleep, but Arena said they killed me, and then Dondrad brought me back because Goran wasn't happy with how the fight went.
Well, see, I was busy getting splinters, so I don't know. I didn't see that, but I have seen you falling down a bunch. And if you were to fall asleep for just a half a second while you're running over to attack a guy, I can see that causing you to fall down. So we need to check. Right. We need to check.
Well, I'll just have a look down here careful and pinch me if it looks like I'm falling. Oh, I found some stairs.
They're not going down.
I don't know. Which way are they going, Kev?
Sure, that's a very good
Those
question.
Look like they're going up. The other ones look like they're going down.
That's a very good question. Where's the GM's map? Because that actually has the lines on for up and down. I'm not sure why they took them off the player's map, to be honest. Dungeon level 2. And I know I fixed the missing GM map the other day. I really winds me up. For some reason, the vault files overwrite my local copy of the files. And if I don't delete them, I don't get the versions I've updated. Hang on a second. I'll have to look. Both sets of stairs are going up.
Hey, there's a door up this one. What you got up that one, Stunty?
I don't know about this. I'm just. I'm having issues right now moving.
I'll have a listen. I'll have a listen at that door.
You don't hear a faint sound of sloshing water.
Sounds wet. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Yeah, you could probably use a bath.
The sound of sloshing water fills this room, which has almost entirely collapsed into a large tide pool.
Is it actual seawater?
What few probably is actually, because you are by the coast, aren't you? What few walls remain intact bear detailed and impressive carvings of incredible treasures filled to overflowing with coins, gems, jewellery, and other items of value. To the east, the walls depict a carving of a towering mountain, its peak carved in the shape of a stern face just above a great palace. Below the side of the mountain valley cradles an immense city of spires.
Right. Well, hey, Irina, now what things on walls were.
So, shattered urns, crumbled stone chests, rusted bits of once beautiful armour and weapons lie strewed around around the floor, apparently. Can I have uncommon knowledge checks at -2, please?
This was that.
Common knowledge.
Common knowledge, sorry.
Most impressive.
There it is. Oh, for pity's sake.
You don't know about underground stuff. It's no trees. It's mountains, though, so Dondrad understands it.
Okay.
Let me borrow your glasses.
A common knowledge roll identifies the city depicted as the legendary Zin Shalast, a lost city rumoured to be hidden somewhere in the Kodar Mountains. Tales speak of the city having streets of gold and buildings carved from immense gems, but though countless explorers have sought it and many have died or vanished, none have ever managed to locate the fabled city. Most scholars agree it never existed at all, that it was a fictitious location invented by the ancients. Okay, so most impressive of the remains of what you get the impression this room was once a very impressive treasury because of all the broken bits. Most impressive of all is a large coral encrusted helmet for the size of a giant. It measures nearly 5 feet across. It's made of gold, and its full face guard bears the expression of twisted rage and fangs. The pool is connected. The pool definitely appears to be seawater. You reckon there must be an underground tunnel nearby?
Yeah, like I said, I'm washing the paint off.
Okay.
Oh, the bloody hell, we've got to get that helmet out. That's worth selling, that is, I bet.
Well, you should probably cut it up. But I wonder if this room had any treasure in it. Do you think it fell into the water when the ball fell through?
I'm reckoning so. Maybe Arena can turn herself into something that can breathe water and go down and have a look.
Like a fish?
Yes, I can. Just give me a moment.
Okay, so the interesting. It's Arena in the water. The giant golden helmet, sort of sitting half immersed in the water, just there. You see.
Like what?
Yeah. So as I say, the giant gold helmet sitting in the water, just there.
If I How has anybody got a rope?
I got a rope.
Excellent.
Yeah, just in the water there.
What kind of
Hang on, it's moving.
is it moving?
Now you look at it. When you directly look at it, you notice the helmet is moving very slowly, but it is moving.
Way.
It's now coming towards you.
I'm backing out of the water.
It's a crab. That's got to be a crab, isn't it?
Indeed. Now you look, see, there is a immense hermit crab using the using the helmet as a shell.
Yeah, it's a big crab, that is.
Donjad with the Joker.
And then
it can carry the helmet back to town.
Leave it alone. Let it have it.
Cast Beast Friend on the crab and it can carry the helmet back to town for us.
Oh.
Wait, have you seen how you've just no idea how few PowerPoints I've got? Secondly, it got there first. It's claimed the helmet. Let it have it.
2 pennies. You've got 10 PowerPoints.
Why?
You do notice, for the record, while you were cleaning the paint off you, you did notice that the bottom of the pool does appear to be covered in coins and precious stones.
You don't need the helmet.
I don't know.
No, seriously, look underneath the water. Look what's under there.
Anyway, Donjad, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go on a hold.
Okay. Donjad goes on hold. Brannick.
Yes, I've got 3 points.
Well, Rannick is going to go on hold because he doesn't want to get told off by Arena.
Okay. Jelsa.
I tried to go on hold, but it didn't let me.
Well, I put you on hold at the same time you put yourself on hold, I suspect.
Well, I don't see anything to be done here. So I'm just going to sit here because I'm all worn out from all the fighting and using up all my power.
The crab doesn't seem, for the record, the crab does seem to be coming out of the water, accelerating out of the water as if it doesn't like you being in its room, for the record.
Oh, I didn't see the crab.
Fine.
Spell casting. S-P-E-L-L. Go for it.
Trying to work out how many PowerPoints is going to cost.
Oh my god, yes, on the giant crab. Yeah. The giant hermit crab is. Oh, you're kidding me. I didn't give it a size?
Well, a size 0 crab, a human-sized crab, is a giant crab.
This thing weighs 450 pounds.
Okay.
Giant crabs ignore penalties, very resilient. They didn't give it a size.
Uh-oh. Anybody read the Chronicles of Narnia.
A long time ago.
Dondrad, has your armour just turned to gold?
Oh,
No,
yes!
no,
I forgot about that. Yeah, Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Yeah.
No, it's just really, really heavy because I'm really.
£450 hermit crab. I wonder if the bestiary's got the size on it, because it's rather annoying, isn't it? Might have to leave it there until this is the final thing in the entire dungeon. I'd like to get it. They didn't give the giant crab a size. I can't believe they didn't give the giant crab a size. It's neutral vermin giant crab. This profile serves for any number of crustaceans from hermits. Okay, I'm just going to have to go. I'm going to have to go. PFSRD giant crab. And see how big D20 says a giant crab is. A lumbering shell hard crab stands as tall as a dwarf. It's size 1 then, isn't it?
Yes. Size 1 is mass up to £500.
Yeah, so yeah, it's size 1. Okay, so you cast Beast Friend on it, and therefore, how long does Beast Friend last?
10 minutes.
Okay,
Right,
that's fun. That's just it. Oh, that's lucky. It gives you just enough time. 10 minutes means you can have just enough time to search the pool and uncover everything. So, because time is against us.
Passing through, we don't mean any harm, and tell everybody else, leave the crab alone, loot the pool, let's go.
Yeah, the ancient helm weighs £300. I'm not sure how you'd get it out of here, but it is worth £3,000. But Arena's not really going to let you take the crabs home. So anyway, basically, you basically having raided. It takes you about 10 minutes to search the pool. You uncover 3,500 silver pieces, 630 gold pieces, 40 precious gems, a jade amulet that is magical.
Excellent. Okay. And the jade amulet does?
The jade amulet is a jade amulet of growth. Once per day is a limited action. The wearer gains +1 size for 4 rounds.
Gelsa, do you want something that can make you big every now and then?
So I can be clumsy like Stumblefoot? Yeah.
Okay.
+1 size is +1 toughness stuff. That's the main advantage of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can be clumsy like Stumblefoot. I'm not thinking like, this is my gnome.
I mean, if you want, I will. You can. Oh, it's got no value, but you could just sell it.
We could put it on Snookum's collar, or we could sell it.
The jade amulet won't sell because it hasn't got any value. I sold the gemstones. They were worth 10 gold.
Okay, who wants the jade amulet?
I will work out how much it's worth another time if you want to sell it. But
it should also increase growth. Should also increase strength by 1 die type as well.
Yeah. So yeah, +1 strength, +1 toughness. I have just shared out the fortunes of this dungeon for everyone. And
Dondrad, you interested in the amulet?
I'll take it. It's not red.
Right now I can't move.
Maybe I can make it into a pretty necklace or something.
Dondrad.
Put it on Snookum's collar.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine that package even bigger. What does the record, Bert?
Okay.
Oh, I've seen some pretty big cats.
Okay, so burnt offerings, thistle top, dungeon level 2, which you've done, concluding the book. Well, there we go. Unfortunately, Nualia did not escape, which I was having some really good plans on how to bring her back, but you basically smacked her down thanks to critical failure. I don't think we've ever had so many critical failures in one time, but I think we're actually at a very good spot there. So we have slightly overrun, but time-wise, that is a very good point. Congratulations, you have completed burnt offerings.
Cool.
Does the other staircase go out of sheer curiosity?
The other staircase takes you, well, have a look now. I unlock tokens and I shall let you explore freely.
Ah, there.
That's interesting. Did you manage to get outside? How are you getting through that wall?
I don't know.
Oh, I tell you how. They didn't. I see how they haven't put a wall around the edge of the pool.
Not forget that we're rescuing the horse.
Yes, you'll go and get Shadow Mist, won't you?
We'll have to find out who Shadow Mist belongs to.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, good point. Library, burnt offerings. Well, congratulations. I think we found every single. I'm hoping we found every single bug in there, and they're the ones that don't show up when they do all the automated testing, and literally some of them are very subtle and are play based. So, So back to Thistletop, level 1, team tactics. No, it was actually Thistletop itself, wasn't it? With Sea Mist, which was in the Caged Horse. So yeah, you can manage to rescue Shadow Mist. You can return him to his proper owners in Sandpoint, or claim him as your own.
Well, is there a reward for returning him?
Apparently there is. Doesn't tell me what it is, so I'll make that. We'll worry about that one next week. But congratulations, we have completed burnt offerings. I found only 2 mistakes today. I'll put those into a patch for next week, and next week we can start play testing and finding all the bugs in. What's the next one? The Skinshaw Murders.
Yeah, so when I got energy drain on me, I lose a D6 strength, and my Cumbrance penalty goes up by 2.
After 24 hours, you will get it back, and obviously the reliefs and numbs will go. Oh crap!
What?
That's okay. It's only on the combat tracker version of Stuckums. If I go and take a new version of Stuckums and add him back to the combat tracker, his effects will come back, so that's okay. Relief numb, and everyone relieves. So congratulations! You don't actually get another advance because you get it before at the start of that. You don't get an advance at the end. Interestingly enough, for concluding the adventure.
I need money.
Pardon?
I need money. I've seen something I want to buy in one of these shops. I need money.
What have you seen in one of the shops?
The Feathered Serpent has some rhino hide for sale.
Feathered Serpent, yes. But the Feathered Serpent potion. I'm not sure why it says potion.
You have to switch on the shop button, don't you?
Have to turn on. Yes, you do have to switch on the top shop button in the sidebar, but then the shops are there. But anyway, at this point, I'm going to officially end the stream and say next time we will begin.
Okay.
With the Skinshaw Murders. I'm not going to shut down Fancy Grounds or anything like that, but I'm just going to let the viewing public, all 3 of them, on their merry way. I'll be back in a sec.
We're our viewing public.
Indeed, to our viewing public, hope you enjoyed it. As I say, next time we shall start the Skinshaw Murders and hopefully fix all the bugs in that one. But as a teaser, I will show you the intro now.
Yes, Rannick likes the look of that rhino hide.